up and see the motherfucking listen.
Hey, pack your bag, time to go home.
Talking crazy on our soil where our blood and bones grown.
This our grind, we outside on it. While y'all fools on the outside looking, y'all show no respect to Black America, so leave. Hey.
Y'all don't get it, so it's time to go home.
Get the hell up out of America, take your digits, make it just fly on.
Y'all don't get it, so it's time to go home.
Get the hell up out of America, take your digits, make it just fly on.
You landed on the tarmac, fresh off the boat. Talking about y'all building nothing, man, you choking on the note. My ancestors the reason that this country even breathes. Picked the cotton, built the White House, planted the seed. Jim Crow laws, redlined the map, we was the target. You think that struggle's a costume, man, you can't mark it. We fought the wars, we bled the blood, we died for our future's chance. And you come here and give our legacy a side eye while throwing shade on the guard. While you benefit from doors we kicked down with our last breath. Now you spit on the architects who stared down death. Disrespectful, that's disrespectful, ungrateful, a slap in the face to only people who gave a fuck. So let me show your ungrateful ass to the right place.
Pack your bags, time to go home.
Talking crazy on our soil where our blood and bones grown.
This our ground and we outside on it. While y'all fools on the outside looking, y'all show no respect to Black America, so leave.
I don't get it, so it's time to go home.
Get the hell up out of America, take your digits and just fly on.
Y'all don't get it, so it's time to go home.
Get the hell up out of America, take your digits and just fly on.
Passport, the visa, the privilege to be here. Cause my grandma did march for y'all, so disappear from our land. You cosplaying our pain. Think it's a trend you can borrow, but you ain't inherit the ghosts of our sorrow. We the foundation, the bedrock, the soil, and the root. You not no branch on our tree, and unproductive people always cosplaying me.
Talking about we ain't do nothing, you lost your mind. We built this from nothing, time after time.
From the beginning to now, we've been the backbone and muscle. Why you look down on the struggle and cause a whole tussle? That energy spout was disgusting, it's whack.
So let's make it clear, there's no turning back.
This land is paid for in full.
In blood, sweat, and tears, and dreams deferred.
You don't get to come into a house we built from the dirt and telling Black America y'all ain't worth nothing. That's a violation, facts.
Pack your bags, time to go home.
It's our soil on our soil where our blood and bones grown.
Show respect, this our ground, y'all just tenants on a leash.
Or get the step.
Show no respect to Black America, so leave.
I don't get it, so it's time to go home.
Get the hell up out of America, taking your digits, I can just fly on.
I don't get it, so it's time to go home.
Get the hell up out of America, taking your digits, I can just fly on.
Yeah, fly little birdies.
Fly on back to where you came from.
This ain't for you. The soil is sacred.
We said what we said.
It's time
For y'all to go home. So fly a little birdies fly. So fly a little birdies fly. So fly a little birdies fly. Fly far, far away from here. So fly a little birdies fly. So fly a little birdies fly. So fly a little birdies fly. Fly far, far away from here. So fly a little birdies fly. So fly a little birdies fly. So fly a little birdies fly. Fly far, far away from here. So fly a little birdies fly. So fly a little birdies fly. So fly a little birdies fly. Fly far, far away from here. Bye bye, little birds.
They thought we forgot, but we never forget.
We built this land from dust and tears, 400 years, and we still here. They write new rules, but they don't see. Every freedom they got came off you and me. We planted seeds, they took the bloom. We lit the flame, they left the room. But we back now, know the skies. The spirits woke, we realize all we want is what we earn. That sweat and blood, yeah, that table turn. You can't buy culture, can't fake that fight. This is our day, this is our right. We LBA. Say it loud, say it strong. We the heartbeat that's been here all along. Foundational Black Americans, stand tall. We ain't begging for nothing, we built that all. Born from pain and grace, you can see the truth written in our face. We the soul, the sound, the fight, the flame. Foundational Black Americans, say our name. They love our rhythm, but they dodge our blues. Use our voice when it fits their news. They take our sound, but not our scars. We the backbone, we the stars. Now the veil is gone, the mask is clear. We see the game, we know it's here. No more silence, no more lies. We live that flag.
Shit, no.
Rise up, rise up. We the ones that made this nation free.
Damn.
Our roots are trees. We know world is rhythm and grace now. And now we're here reclaiming our rightful place. Can't copy courage, can't steal pain. You can't inherit soul by changing names. Our story ain't done, it's the revival. We guard the gate, it's about survival. We FBA, say it proud, say it loud. The world dances on what we vow. Foundational Black Americans. Still we stand, still we fight, still we demand. Every block, every song, we've been right here all along. The soul of a people strong and free. Foundational Black Americans. We the first, we the root, we the fire. Still rising, still here. Foundational Black American.
We set the tone and they copy the cadence. Dance to our drums and deny the foundation. Wear the style but don't honor the source. Smile in the crowd and you distance and force. Say you not us but you rap like we breathe. Take the rhythm, then fuse the receipts. I ain't mad, I'm just holding the glass. Throw in the mirror, now answer it back. I ain't here to cancel nobody. Just keep it honest, keep it solid. If you eat from the table we built, don't act surprised when we guard it. Do you like that? Do you like that? When I flip your sound and I ride like that. Do you like that? Do you like that? Do you like that? Cause that's how it feel when you borrow my culture. Then act like we never mattered. Hip-hop.
If cotton bent backs, sugar crushed lives, the sugar that saturates the American diet.
Mike Larry. Now this shit here, it's what I see it is. We're not fighting your battles. We're not carrying your fear. We're not lending our history to people who erased us while we were here. Just cause you're born here, don't make you FBA. That makes you a citizen, learn the difference today. This is lineage, not a look you can wear, not a costume you borrow when it benefits you there. You used our culture like an access card, backstage pass, a straight facade, but now the mirror's in your face. No disguise, and you're uncomfortable looking truth in the eyes. We didn't leave our land to beg for a chance. We stayed, we fought, we took every advance. That's the separation, that's the line you cross. We paid the price, you learned the cost. You waving your flag on our soil, but fighting not to go back home. Waving your flag on our soil, building comfort on a foundation you didn't own. We waving our flag, red, black, and gold. Stood our ground, never sold. You waving your flag on our soil, but scared to build what you claim you love. Our humor, our style, the way we move, the smoothness, the sound, the things we prove. Music we birth, language we shape, innovation forged under constant escape. Warrior spirit means stay and defend, not flee your land and rewrite the end. You call it success, but don't confuse the two. Ease came after what we went through. You abandoned your land and called it strategy. You wave that flag loud, but won't return to build your legacy. That contradiction tells the story for you. You waving your flag on our soil, we're fighting not to go back home. We waving ours where we were forged, every inch earned, every brick known. We can't be deported, and that truth changes everything. We can't be deported, and that truth changes everything. We know who we are, and now we see who you are too. Just because y'all born here doesn't make you FBA at all. It makes you an American citizen. It's biologically impossible to be us, because it's a lineage, not some damn costume you can just put on to look cool. You immigrants and immigrant Americans has used our culture as an access card, a backstage pass to our culture. Now y'all have to look in the mirror. Our sense of humor, the aesthetics, mannerisms, the style of dress, the smoothness, the creativity, our genres of music, innovativeness, our slang, our warrior spirit by staying on our homeland and fighting and not fleeing to somebody else's land to beg for a better life and shit on the very people who fought to have us there. That's who we are. And we know who the hell y'all are waving your flag on our soil and fighting to make sure y'all don't go back.
You can't leech off our culture anymore. Beat it!
You know, erasing history is something that you have to do when it comes to conquest, domination, and destroying a people. If people knew who they were, and what they were capable of in the past, they will understand what they have a possibility or
Mike Larry, man, you did it again. We really making history. Let's go.
Do you like that? Do you like that?
Flip your sound, how you like that? Do you like that? Do you like that? Say it loud, don't walk it back. Do you like that?
Do you like that?
You grew up mimicking us, now y'all switch it up. Turn the carbon copy, y'all ain't black, what the fuck? It's funny y'all connecting to our culture like it's Wi-Fi. Surfing on our waves of our culture, no more agua. Killing my culture for all these years. Look how time flies, all these colonizers in disguise. Hate y'all still, hate us outside. Study dope, drip, vampires. It's the blood of our gifts. Look the flavor, sip the juice. Love the results, hate the truth. Who? Do you like that? Do you like that? Flip your sound. How you like that? Do you like that? Democratic shields, talking points, the road they fill. Fish and chips, agent on the mic, judging FBAs, but ain't you half white? Talking like you one of us, we need a pool face. The agent type with a prune face, like 50 and Jim, it's a cold game. Throwing stones cause we build our own lane. I'm joking, kinda, but I mean it. Smile calm, pressure intact. Y'all proud where y'all from, where they flag, beat they drum. But when it's us, tone switch fast. Same pride, but it's too much. FBA pride, lineage solid, you can't put this on, can't try it on. Built here, stayed and fought, that's the difference. That's the car. Do you like that? Do you like that? Say it clear, don't twist the facts. Do you like that? Yeah. Do you like that? Do you like that? Point made. No edit. No care.
You know, erasing history is something that you have to do when it comes to conquest, domination, and destroying a people. If people knew who they were, what they were, and what they were capable of in the past, they will understand what they have a possibility or a likelihood of doing in the future.
Foundation of Black Americans, we've always had a culture of resistance. We cultivated a culture of resistance on this land, and we've been resisting ever since we've encountered European domination.
But nothing was really popping in Europe until the transatlantic slave trade, and that's where they amassed a lot of wealth.
One thing that I think is unique about our culture as far as how we resist, how we fight back, is just the environment we were put in from day one. Being only 13% of the population, the white supremacists were very meticulous about keeping that population at a certain amount.
There was never a period when we did not resist the encroachment of the white man.
They have a natural behavior of authority no matter where they go. That's why they'll step up in front of us in the line at the store. We're not important. They don't even see us.
We've never been able to excel. We've never been able to relax. We've never been able to just be, which means that existence is resistance.
It must be something in our DNA, our historical background, to when something doesn't sit right with us, especially spiritually, in our souls and in our spirit, we just say no.
We live resistance. You know, from the moment we're born, we're in resistance. And it's handed down generation to generation.
And so I think that cultural resistance is actually in our DNA, in our epigenetics, and then it blossoms out into the culture.
So there's almost nothing in America that we do, from song to dance to politics to the way we talk, the way we dress, having coded languages considered to be slang today. Everything about Black American culture is a form of resistance.
Of course, they want to always downplay our contributions to the global tapestry because they continue to act like our number one export in this country is not Black innovation.
Everyone understands that our resistance has been the cornerstone of what foundational Black Americans have always done. We are the life that breathes everything into this nation.
The further back you go, the further Black you go. It's just simple like that, brother.
Introducing the B1 Rolodex, the easiest way to search for and support FBA and B1 businesses. Hundreds of entries from the Black grassroots for the Black grassroots. Free to use, free to download, constantly updated. Trouble navigating the document? Try using the map version. Notice a business missing? Use this simple Google form to submit an FBA or B1 business. Also submit anti-Black businesses, which are now being collected in that last tab. Find resources, contact numbers, and much more using the second tab. All the info you need to start practicing group economics today. Go to blacktruthunited.com. That's blacktruthunited.com.
All right, greetings, Black family. Greetings. Apologies for running late. I locked myself out so I had to.
Okay, spit it up, brother Jay. Your last sentence, spit it out.
I said I locked myself out my apartment, so I had to get the maintenance to open the door. So that's why we're running super late.
Okay.
So on this season 6, episode 22, part 3, part trade, continuation of the Frontline Black News, we'll be discussing several topics we didn't get to in part 3 of part trade, and that is BOOSIE exposes DJ Blacc for paying his black guests, but gave Snitch 9 $50K for an interview. Antoine Daniels files a lawsuit against Corey Holcomb. Tucker Carlson, should Republicans be forgiven for voting for Donald Trump? Heated debate. Latinas film themselves being unapologetically anti-Black. And our unhoused neighbor news, our illegal migrant news, and our local Denver/Aurora news. And we are based out of East Denver, North Aurora, Colorado. We get the news from a frontline and Black first perspective. We are a part of the new Blacc Media and also the signal boosters of the new Blacc Media. We have been around for 6 seasons now and counting, and we have several platforms that are a part of the Frontline campaign. Frontline Black News being one of the first, which we started back in 2020, 2021. And Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced, which we had earlier tonight, or now yesterday. It's based on the 50th anniversary of the founding of the original Black Panther Party for Self-Defense. It started on Blog Talk Radio back in 2016 and have been around for 11 seasons now. Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced covers the Black experience from the beginning of time until 10 minutes ago. And it's also a campaign that has recently, within the last 2 to 3 years, moved from Blog Talk Radio to StreamYard. Please make sure you like and share the broadcast, family. Please join us on StreamYard, YouTube, Frontline Black News. The links to all of our channels are in the description, including Frontline Black News, Frontline Black News 2, our backup channel, just in case you try to take Frontline Black News down. My personal, Jesse Parrish, aka Chan Krumah. That's how we stream all the city council meetings for Denver and Aurora and the local events, Black events in the Denver and Aurora. And then we got Lady Chay's backup channel, Seduction Doll. Make sure y'all sub up to that so she can start going live on that channel. And then we got her main channel, the RBA, the Revolutionary Agenda. Make sure y'all check that out. She did 2 RBAs or 2 or 3 RBAs last week. So make sure you'll check those out. And then sub up to the channel. And then we got Shabaka's YouTube channel, Jeanette 1. Make sure y'all sub up to that so Shabaka can start going live as well. And then we got our cousin or lokester out the Bay Area, Jay Militant, who was live yesterday. Make sure y'all check him out. Make sure y'all sub up to his channel as well. Jay Militant, What's Cracking TV with Jay Militant. Then we got our brother out of Virginia. We got our brother Kukizi out the Mile High City. Kukizi 5100. Make sure y'all sub up to his channel as well. And then we got our brother out of VA, Virginia, by way of New York, Breeze Omega. Make sure y'all sub up to his channel as well. He just surpassed 1,000 subscribers, so salute to Breeze. Then we got our brother out of Watts, California, who's now in Houston, Texas, the Church of Black Power, who is supposed to be interviewing me either today or tomorrow. Make sure y'all check him out, the Church of Black Power. The link to his channel is also in the description. He just surpassed 2,000 subscribers. He should be approaching 3,000 here shortly. And then we got our young brother, Black Truth United. We got our brother, Black Truth United, come up with the B1 Rolodex, which is a modern-day green book for FBA and B1 businesses alike. And the links to the B1 Rolodex is in the description. The link to submit your business to the Rolodex is also in the description, and I'm in it. in it to win it for my political work. Then we got counsel the Congressional Black Caucus and create a foundational Black American caucus. The link to that is also in the description. The Take Action, the Call to Action by my niece Brooke is also in the description. Then we got Lady Chase GoFundMe. The link to that is also in the description. Donate to that if you haven't already. Then we got the 103-year-old elder who's on the verge of losing her home almost 40 years in South Central Los Angeles, or South Los Angeles now. And the link to her GoFundMe is also in the description. Donate to that if you can. Then I'm officially on the ballot for House District 8. So support me, Jesse Parrish, for House of Representatives in the state of Colorado for House District 8. The link to the website is in the description. Then we got copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Hey, baby. The little baby wants to get on camera. Come on, little baby. You see the little baby?
Yeah, want to get on TV. Look like a little panther.
Yeah, there's a little panther. Hey. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. And I do not own the rights to the music. And if you don't understand racism, white supremacy, what it is and how it works, everything else you think you understand will only confuse you in all 9 areas of human or people activity. Yeah, she is adorable. That's right, Nubby. And those areas are economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war. And some say health and nutrition. And all 9 or 10 areas of human or people activity. Yeah, this one is only 3 weeks old. She's only 3 weeks old, Goddess Nubby. And that was by Mr. Nellie Fuller Jr., who transitioned exactly a year ago at the age of 95. ProduceJustice.com. And when you're a Black person or captured by any race soldier, you must never fuss, fight, or flee. Comply and defend yourself in court. Also by Nellie Fuller Jr. And last but certainly not least, we got racism, white supremacy is conscious and subconscious behavior to maintain white genetic survival, to prevent white genetic annihilation. And that was by the late, great master teacher, Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, who transitioned exactly 10 years ago at the age of 80, or excuse me, yeah, at the age of 70, and she would have been 80. No, she transitioned at 80, and she would have been 90 as of 2 weeks ago. So
full life.
FBA brother Tariq Nasheed for paying for her funeral, along with several others. So those are the topics. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button. Yeah, she is so precious and adorable.
And then please share the YouTube link out. Share the YouTube link out. Share it out. Share it out. Share it out. Okay. Yes. And if we got idiots, they'll be shown the door, you know. But I do notice, Brother Che, we are getting less and less idiots. So that's a good thing.
Well, we had them right. We had them last night, Shabaka. They was coming a mile a minute.
Oh, okay. All righty. We need the idiots. You know what I'm saying?
All right. I'm going to hop right into it with BOOSIE. BOOSIE Badass exposes DJ, or as I call him, Agent Vlad, for not paying his Black guests, but gave Snitch $50K for an interview.
Damn.
Let me find this screen. I want to share it for y'all. That's not it. How is the screen at? Where is this queue at? I just had it opened up. Hold on, y'all.
Okay, it's still windy out here in the wild west.
Oh yeah.
Is it windy where you're at, Goddess Navi? I'll wait for her to respond in the chat.
Yeah, they got a big storm hitting California right now, Northern Cal.
Okay, then that's where the wind is coming from. Okay, all righty.
You in the right order. I think that's the right order. Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
Goddess Navi saying that wind is a true pain in the ass. Okay. All right, I believe it.
Share my screen. Okay. So Bishop George gonna give us an update on that.
Okay. Goddess Navi says wind advisory until tomorrow evening. So those of you who are driving out of Sin City in California, be very, very careful. And if you're in a high profile vehicle,
are you done with DJ VLAD?
Otherwise it'll get turned over.
6ix9ine? No, one time. So I got to get paid good. I'm sorry. I don't need a podcast. Are you done with DJ VLAD because he did one with 6ix9ine? Nah. You know how many rats VLAD and did podcasts with?
Charleston White got these podcast interviews messed up, man. You know, Charleston White, 6ix9ine. We know 6ix9ine went through his situation when he came home from jail. He got on the stand. He did all the telling. VLAD allegedly was supposed to have gave him $50K for an interview. Well, he was doing a lot of interviews with BOOSIE. And we haven't seen BOOSIE on the show for a long time now. And we're finding out now that BOOSIE is not doing the show because he wants to get paid the same way that he paid 6ix9ine, right? And everybody kept saying, where's BOOSIE? Where's BOOSIE? Right? So Sean Cotton, everybody's been talking about it.
VLAD no more. We couldn't come up with an agreement. He didn't want to pay me. I wanted $5,000 more than he wanted to pay me.
It's on his down.
He didn't want to pay me, so.
Now all of a sudden,
I think I'm gonna make more money doing it this way. And I'm editing my interview now.
No, I hear you, big Fafo. We'll fuck around and find out.
Let's talk about it. Uh-oh. Yeah, I get ready. In 7 months. Let's go.
So BOOSIE, you know, was always, he would do VLAD interviews. And I didn't like BOOSIE on those VLAD interviews because I felt like he would run his mouth and say a whole bunch of stuff he shouldn't be speaking on. You know, he's supposed to be like this street guy that's against ratting, but VLAD would ask him all kinds of stuff about other people's business, and he would be putting, you know, speaking on other people's business as a street dude. That's a no-no, right? But again, you're supposed to be the street dude, OG rapper, and you know, you on the platform. You know, you're not a podcaster. You're not, you know, you don't claim to be a civilian. You a real ninja, right? So it was kind of weird, right? It was kind of weird. But he always was talking about how much money he said that VLAD was paying him. And we found out that was a lie. But he was even going on a Breakfast Club saying this.
It millions. If not, I can make
ain't that kind of money in it.
I don't want it.
That's why I say fuck Hollywood.
Damn.
VLAD. And the Breakfast Club. Wish the fuck I would go on a podcast like this and this motherfucker don't pay me.
Close to it.
God damn, salute to VLAD.
But VLAD TV also, when VLAD TV, he also did an interview with Adam 22, and he spoke on this.
He pitched it to me, and I initially said no because the amount of money was too high. Right, I never paid this much for an interview, and I was doing academic show.
And you're not going to say how much you paid?
I'll say this:
I think you should not. So I back that because I feel like we don't want everybody to know what's
Why
possible.
this goes up in our business?
It was more than
Black family.
Marlon Wayans wanted.
But besides the perpetual revenue,
we allow these damn culture vultures in our business, Shabaka.
Yeah.
This one with the black.
Yeah.
That's
yeah, brother Che, you right about that. Yeah,
that's Agent 22 right there, otherwise known as 22, and he got a show called No Jumper, which is complete trash. And he gets gang members to get up there and spill their guts, and then they end up getting indicted or killed. Another two get the hand blown off, just retarded shit. So that's him. And then the other one is DJ VLAD, or as I call him, Agent VLAD. And everybody that goes on his show ends up either locked up or dead.
Damn. And now let me guess. These motherfuckers is based out of Los Angeles, right?
Yep.
Why did I figure that? Tell me, man, I always wanted to fix the transmission. Why did I figure that out, Bob?
I'll just say just at that.
Okay.
It was more than what Marlon Wayans wanted.
Right.
Right.
That's punk ass Blad right there.
The Nabisco.
Mm-hmm. The culture vulture.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
But in this case, I felt this really was a very serious interview that would really blow up. Whereas a Marlon Wayans interview would just be a cool interview with a known
You right about that, guys.
And to be fair, 6ix9ine
California.
for the last 5 years or whatever has been very much kind of not doing long form interviews, and especially not the kind of interviews that you do where you go into the depths and details of everything, you know.
That's Adam 22.
I was gonna do
as I call him, Agent 22.
Okay,
Everybody
all right.
show ends up dead or locked up. Like
Okay.
He's had high profile gang members that ended up locked up after they went on his show.
Wait a minute, brother Che. You the legal eagle, man. That's entrapment, sir.
Yeah, but they go on his show. He pays them little kibbles and bits, and they
sign a disclaimer. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So they sign a fucking disclaimer, and then that's what the damn LA County DA's office picks up to prosecute them. Damn.
Yeah. So it's like talking to TMZ. Don't do
Yeah.
it.
Hey, brother Che, and brother, I thank you to this day when I did that live feed on HB, and you said, Shabaka, run for the hills. They out to get you. Run, nigga, run. And that's exactly what I did.
Yeah. You did right, Shabaka. Let this continue. I was just letting you know who that troglodyte is and who that other troglodyte is. Yes,
yes, sir.
Knew was going to be
and I
potentially big. I
deleted
was
that
going to do it just
video.
because of the price associated with it. And I was doing academic show, and I mentioned to him as we were just hanging out afterwards. He was like, "Yo, man, you should." You should, that's gonna be the biggest shit.
So Marlon Wayans, I remember Marlon Wayans, he asked for 40K. Marlon Wayans must have been privy to the money that 6ix9ine got. And Marlon Wayans, he's a big time movie star, TV, been on TV, been in movies for years, family part of Living Color. So you want me to come down from up here to come down and interview you, you got to pay me. You got to pay me. Now, Vlad, when he told him what the number was, Vlad felt disrespected and started putting a whole bunch of stuff online, started putting their private conversations online. It got real ugly between them two, right? And Marlon Wayans was really checking Vlad, right? And Vlad took a hit from that. A lot of people seen that and was like, man, we ain't really messing with Vlad. Vlad been taking hits all year, but he took a hit after that Marlon Wayans situation because people were saying like, yo, why are you putting out the private conversations online for everybody to hear it, right? But then Boosie, he was really talking to the public, and he was saying
this. One time, so I got to get paid good. I'm sorry, I don't need a podcast. Are you done with DJ Vlad because he did one with 6ix9ine? Nah. You know how many rats Vlad and did podcasts with?
I know that's right.
I ain't got nothing to do with that. I ain't got nothing against no 6ix9ine.
And I had to shore my own self up behind that kind of shit too, guys.
I don't care who Vlad doing no podcast with. That ain't none of my motherfucking business. But you gotta pay me.
He's always doing it.
I don't give a
show with him though. He stayed.
I ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm feeding my family off a podcast. I ain't know what he paid 6ix9ine. He did shit. All I want is 40, bro. Like I ain't on no 100K shit. Give me 40. I'm worth that, right? Am I worth that?
Well, little Bootsy, I give it to you, man. You paid your dues. You made your mark.
I'm not mad about no 6ix9ine interview. I didn't even watch the interview. I don't watch other people interviews. I don't watch other people's shit, bro. I just go up there and do me.
Right.
I'm not worried about that's his job. If he want, that's Vlad's job. That ain't got nothing to do with me, bro. That ain't why you ain't just seen me on the Vlad TV. That's not it. I just haven't been paid. When it's time for me to get paid, when anybody, it's not just Vlad, anybody who want me on their podcast, I'm ready. I'm so ready. I'm so ready to talk about this shit that's going on. I'm ready. I've been ready since in November. I'm ready.
Now again, I use somebody like Charleston White because Charleston White was going around all these podcasts and they was paying him a bunch of money. Mm-hmm. But me being in this YouTube space for so long, like you can't pay somebody like really like 50,000 like in these small sections unless you like the big news, CBS, ABC, NBC,
right.
something like
that. Exactly.
You're not paying somebody like 50,000 to come just do one interview. You're not even gonna make that much money. Like, what if the thing only make 30,000, but you paid them 50? He win, you lose. It's not gonna. It don't work like that, right? But he paid 6ix9ine for that, but that probably made a lot of money where he knew he was gonna win out on that because at that time when he did the interview, people was tuning in to hear what 6ix9ine had to say about the situation, right? With all the rat and everything else. But just for a random interview to come on and talk like that, I don't see it. I don't see it happening. But Sean Cotton, he basically gave his opinion, and it's basically stemming from him not getting the 40,000 to get on the show because he gave 6ix9ine the 50,000. That's the situation with him and Boosie. But check it out.
It gets tricky with the numbers because, like I said, this is a new business, and it's really hard to see what somebody's really worth. Now, a lot of people.
Well, that's what I call guys not
saying that, he's not doing no more Vlad interviews because, they couldn't agree on the $5,000 increase. I think Boosie is worth that $5,000 increase. If that was me, if I was Vlad, I would have did it. Because Boosie doesn't do a lot of interviews. If you see a lot of these people, the OG Percy's, the Charleston Whites, it's a lot of people who do a lot of interviews, and I get that. You know what I'm saying? Like I get it. But Boosie's somebody who doesn't do a lot of interviews, and you could really pay him. And he hasn't been on Boosie in about 8 months. So the interview would have went crazy. A lot has passed. That's a lot to talk about. Vlad's just, I heard he's kind of, Vlad is Vlad, man. Like, but yeah, it's a tricky game, Charleston White kind of ruined the game too. Everybody wants, Charleston White is running around talking about how much he makes per interview. So now everybody's trying to be on his level. And it's not too many Charleston Whites in this interview space. I think Boosie, it's Boosie, Charleston White, and everybody else is seasonal, just depending on what's going on. But you got like Woody from Atlanta. He had hit me up and tried to charge me $10,000, and I don't get it. I don't get a lot of these dudes like, and if that's your worth, if that's what you feel like you're worth, that's what you feel like you're worth. But y'all aren't making $10,000. Y'all aren't even making the money back a lot of the times. So it was like, we pay y'all $10,000 and the interview only makes $7,000, and then it's just, we lose, you win, and that's okay. That's how the business goes sometimes. I get it. But if I clearly see you're not making $10,000, why would I pay you $10,000 and you hitting me up? So I didn't understand that from Moody. Like, these people aren't trying to build with you. They're not trying to, because when I found Charleston, it was, I didn't pay him for the first two. Then I slowly started paying him. But more, now I'm gonna put y'all on game two. A lot of y'all are saying that Boosie wants more money because of he took a picture with Charleston White. Because Vlad took a picture with Charleston White and Boosie's mad at Vlad. That's not true. This all comes after 6ix9ine got cool with Vlad, And Vlad's running around saying, yeah, that's the most I ever paid for an interview. And Vlad is like, I mean, and Boosie like, hey, like, nigga, we over here, we do crazy too. We do 100 parts. We do 100-part joints. And then the full interview, you making a million, an extra million. Man, give me 5 more thousand. And that's why I'm saying, like, Vlad kind of being greedy. Cause it's like, Vlad, come on, bro. I run the YouTube too. I see what you making, champ. Like, give him his bread, give him what he's worth, and let's keep the business going. But Boosie is this is just what I'm hearing. Boosie's feeling some type of way because Vlad's running around talking about 6ix9ine this, 6ix9ine that, and he pays 6ix9ine a lot of money. I'm not gonna say it because that's his business, but he paid him a lot of money.
But this podcasting thing is crazy. Y'all gotta let me know what y'all think. Do you think that Boosie is worth the 40K he asking for? I mean, he gave that money to 6ix9ine. We know that Vlad makes a lot of money. He made a lot of money off of the black culture. But do you think that Boosie is worth this much money? Now, like I told y'all, Charleston came out and just killed the game. But I do believe that when you do too many interviews like that, you oversaturate it. But this is why you got people becoming characters and they becoming something that they're really not to build an audience just to make money. So I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna behave and act like this. I'm gonna put this out because people is tuning in to watch it. And this is where you're getting all this crazy stuff. They getting big bank to act a fool, right? But y'all gotta let me know what y'all think. What's your opinion on this? Do you think Boosie is wrong? Do you think Vlad is wrong? Let me know what you think. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV, leave your comments in the comment section. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.
All right. So this is more my generation.
Respect to y'all.
So I'm going to go first. So Boosie, you've been on Asian Black at least a handful of times that I know of. And now, since Charleston White done let the cat out the bag on how much he getting for the bag to go on his show, now you want more money. Like, you should have been asked. I don't even know why you go on there, but you should have at least asked for that amount each time you went on there. Like, y'all just selling out the culture to this culture vulture and not getting no kind of benefit from it except clout.
Yeah, that part.
We're on his show and he has millions of subscribers. So you think you done made it? Like, my nemesis was on that show. As far as I know, he's still above dirt, but he's probably the exception to the rule because everybody else that I know that's been on that show, they have either gone back to jail, prison, or they're been unalived. And that's a lot of people. I ain't been subscribed to Vlad in years, though. Like, I think I unsubscribed from him during the pandemic. Yeah, so I ain't been tapped in with what he talking about. But I guess he did an interview with Snitch 9. This dude snitched on his whole gang, Shabaki. He's like,
and he's still above dirt.
He's Puerto Rican.
And that motherfucker's still above dirt.
He's Puerto Rican and he still says nigga in all of his rhymes. He's a blood and he snitched on his whole set.
And he's still above dirt.
Yeah. Yeah, nah, it's been a minute since I was subbed up to that. He has some of your favorite rappers, like some of your favorite gangster rappers from back in the day on there, so I would tap in to hear their interviews. But these new age rappers that he's had on his show, they have all either in the dead or in the pen.
Yeah. And see, and like I said, man, that's that cold shit, man, about LA County. You see what I'm saying? So once you get convicted, man, they seize all your assets, you see. And it's designed to break you.
He's paying them little kibbles and bits for them to divulge information to them peoples on crimes that are committed in the past or currently.
Oh man.
They get to telling everything like they're in an interrogation room. Like, so when they come and get you on them cases,
Mm-hmm.
end up going back to prison or they get unalived.
Yeah, that's Los Angeles County. And Goddess, she says, I told Goddess we're growing slowly. Just stick with us and share our links, please. And she says, no doubt, Jesse's always been a real one. That's what helped to get me here. Okay.
Thank you, Nabi. Appreciate you.
Okay.
You keep it real, man. I keep it real with you. That's how it go. You show me love, I show you love back. Like, that's how these YouTube streets work. This shit is crazy, Shabaki. The YouTube streets.
Yeah, it is, man.
There's
Yeah.
some like the real streets. Thank you, Nabi. Appreciate you. Okay. So what are your thoughts, Shabaki?
Okay, well, coming up in Los Angeles, man, there's a certain code there. You keep your damn mouth shut, number one, okay? 2 is you be careful of who you let in the car. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And what's that? And what's that classic scenario that I always use? Oh, hey, man, yeah, I need to stop at the store.
I had mugs from my own set ask me if I had guns and drugs on me before they gave me a ride.
Yeah, no. They're supposed to. Now, here's one for you, man. I was out there stranded one night in Los Angeles. I had a long walk, right? So I approached the brother, and he said, hey, man, open up your jacket. You ain't got no guns or knives or no drugs. You know what I'm saying? And I said, no. He said, okay, let's ride. And then I gave the cat, what he requested for, man, and he got me, to my destination. Now, it was not exactly to my front door. I got out 2 blocks from where I was at. You see, security on my spot, on my side, security on his side. There's nothing wrong, with security. You see, exactly, Goddess Navi. California is not its own separate country, honey. It's its own fucking planet.
And that's how that's exactly how they define themselves. Just like that.
Yeah. And why do you think I'm out here in Nevada, Goddess Navi? You know what I'm saying?
Goddess Navi, last time I was in California, I said, I hope Denver don't get like, or Colorado get like this.
But you see, but you got a lot of people from California going to Colorado, Brother Che.
Yeah, because it's cheaper, Shabaki.
Yeah. But y'all got that deep freeze and shit. Oh, by the way, when y'all getting some more snow so we can hijack your water?
Snow, it's April, Shabaki. You ain't really gonna get too much. And it's late April.
Well, I know y'all got some rain.
Yeah, we got
some showers coming on that way, man. I used to set my watch by the damn rain.
Well, the rain might turn to snow in the mountains.
Yeah, we need y'all to fill up. Yeah, man. We need to fill up, Lake Mead, man.
It might. But
and then another thing too, people out here in this desert, I noticed they're kicking the price up on the damn bottled water too.
You might get you a filter. That's all like it.
Yeah, but this cracker box I'm in, man, I think that'd be asking these mugs for too much,
It's still one of them little Brita filters, Rocky. That's all you gonna
know
need.
What? Got all about the Brita, man. I sure did. Okay.
The babies destroyed it. It leaks now, so there's that.
So what did they use it for? Pouncing lessons?
You know it, Shabaka. They knock everything over.
They knock everything over.
Yeah.
Well, the kitties got youth on their side.
This one really, this one's a bit.
little panther in the making right there. You know.
Yes, you're gonna be a panther.
Yeah, little panther.
This is magic.
And then also too, Goddess Navi, there was a way, to naturally filter water, Brother Che, there, in the elements.
Yeah.
And I forgot what it was.
Yeah, so
I forgot what it was.
Oh, Kunas.
It's either sandman or it's small pebbles. I forgot which shit. Okay, I had to go pull some data up on that, Yeah, so that there. Yeah, Goddess Navi says she needs to be happy for now. She must be happy for now.
She is.
And then my phone pinged, I wonder if I got some hate mail up there.
Yeah. So is that all you have to say about Boosie?
Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Boosie made his, man, but like I said, you don't want to be going out there, man, putting all this shit on blast, man, like you told me, Brother Jay, about get away from TMZ. You see what I'm saying?
So talking about,
hey, and
we got what is his name? Brandon. He goes by Mile High Minute. Brandon, our brother Kukizi, had to pay him a visit. He's
okay.
He does interviews with all the rappers out here.
Oh, damn.
And he's a white photographer.
Yeah, Goddess Navi. Yeah. And yeah, Goddess Navi, I'll give you some info on that. Is because this tab water out here, man, coming out this tab, I'm sorry, I have to bathe in it. Well, I don't bathe in it, I shower in it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't take no baths. It's always best to shower because when that fresh water hits you, you wash yourself, man, then rinse off, wash yourself again, rinse off. You know what I mean?
Right.
Whatnot.
Well, I got a lifetime filter from our favorite dude in the town, our Roly Poly Martin, which is Jeff.
Okay.
Jeff.
Yeah. And it's going up way up too, Goddess Navi, particularly as that desert gets hot. You say that is a human rights violation.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
And Jeff Farr should be ashamed of himself. He did an interview with the white boy. That's like our VLAD.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jeff Farr. Yeah, I went all the way through hell and high water in the snow just to go knock on his door and leave my calling card. And you told me that he was on the continent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's always on the continent when you pay a visit, Shabaki.
Okay, all righty. He just didn't want this heat,
Mm-hmm.
I would have said, knock, knock. Hey, Jeff, guess who it is?
Shabaka.
And he gonna say, who the fuck is you? Oh, it's Shabaka Sankori, man.
Right.
And the cold part about it is, now get this, Goddess Navi, when Jeff Farr kicked me off on one of his lives, right? I asked him what are those ass scratchers are going to do for the community, and then he had a good counter. I have to give it to him. He had one of his speakers there. She came back, returned force, put some down herself, and I says, okay, I stand corrected. The motherfucker didn't even want to give me credit for that.
Damn.
You, Brother Che, you was there. You was on it.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, see, but however, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? And then when Mad Dr. D was alive and we did that episode, Brother Che, that he had stated that we did, and I got it on a terabyte. It's called What We Do to Each Other. You see?
Yeah, we did that a minute ago.
And he said, yeah, man, we got to focus on what we do to each other,
Yeah, we do. But first, we got to tackle this beast, this savage that we've been up against for 400 years.
Yeah, the troglodyte. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, so
see, and he's a
Lucy, I liked your music growing up, but this ain't the way. You should have been on this. Like, why are you just now waiting until after Charles White interview to voice your demands to this culture vulture that you've been working with for years? Yeah. He's done several interviews, this motherfucker, over the years.
Yeah.
You wasn't getting.
But you know, I saw a gangster. I saw a gangster flick one time, right? And dude was talking about is that it's not so much the motherfucking target that you got to look at. You got to look at that motherfucker who's with you, very close. Say, and as you know, Brother Che, that I related to you a couple of years ago, that's the shit that I went through that I'm not going to say on the air, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm already knowing, Shabaki. All right, so we're going to move on to the next topic.
Okay.
Another raccoon by the name of Anton Daniels, who files a lawsuit against our brother Corey Holcomb. So Tariq, on that.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, can y'all hear me good? If everybody can hear me good, give me an FBA fist. If y'all can hear me good, everybody give me an FBA fist. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can hear me good, give me an FBA fist. Yeah, Chris Spencer is very funny. He's performed up there a few times. Chris Spencer is very, very funny. Another brother, real funny, Henry Coleman, hilarious. We got some real good comics who come through, man. We got some real good comics who come through. There you go. Respect to the family. All right. You know what I want to talk about? Y'all know, y'all remember when Anton Daniels was on Corey Holcomb's show and they got into that altercation. Anton Daniels was kind of popping off at the mouth and things almost got physical. I said then, dude, Anton Daniels, you got to watch that cat. That dude got snitch bitch energy. He wasn't going to do nothing. If anything popped off, he would have got on the phone with the police, ran and filed a lawsuit. You kind of know cat spirit. You kind of know the enemy or the energy of certain dudes. You know the energy. Anton Daniels, because Anton, he said a little weird, slick gossip shit about me. So he kind of has a little bitch nigga spirit. You can tell. And there's a lot of these dudes that got that little spirit. So it's been announced this week. Anton Daniels went out here and him and his people, they went and filed a lawsuit against Corey. And we knew that was going to happen. Yeah, listen, I think that's a bitch move. What do you expect from these cats? It's a new crop of dudes out here. I don't respect that. I don't respect that whole ass nonsense. Dudes pop off at the mouth and then go run to the authorities. Yeah, I told people then Anton Daniels was going to pull that. That's the kind of energy he has, man. Listen, there's a whole crop of these beta male bitch dudes out here who talk tough and instigate things and then run to the authorities. Again, I done been to court with these bitch niggas. You know, I done smacked them up and all that. I mean, these dudes be up in court crying like hoes. It's a whole different vibe of dudes.
Well,
Can I talk to the women? Women, how are y'all coping with these dudes out here? Women, is the dating pool like real polluted with these fuck niggas? Boy, my goodness. Yeah, some of y'all say y'all not dating. I feel for the women. I really feel for the women with these type of dudes out here. Listen, I'm an OG. I'm cut from a different cloth. That's why I get the level of respect I get as a man. I handle manhood business. I'm from a whole different era where men stood on men business. You did man shit. You said what you meant and meant what you said. If you say you're going to do something, you do it. If you get into it with folks. Y'all step to each other like men and win, lose, or draw. That's what it is. And you going about your business. It's a whole new day these days. You get into it with niggas now, then next thing you know, he's in a damn sundress with his feet done, sitting on a damn witness stand with a handkerchief and Gloria Allred rubbing his shoulders. Like, it's gonna be all right. Who did it? Him.
Gloria Allred, damn.
Well, we got some hoe ass dudes out here in the game right now, man. Good Lord. And you know what it is I call it revenge of the nerds. See, back in our day, where my Gen Xers, y'all know, we were tough. Us Gen Xers, and some of these bitch niggas is old. Some of these bitch dudes are Gen Xers too, but these were the nerds from back in the day. I want y'all to understand something. Back in the day, when wasn't no internet and you had to get out here on these bricks and stand up like a man, you had to build the kind of personality that would keep you safe, meaning that you would have to be out here, you'd have to be a man of your word, you would have to stand on business, you would have to know how to defend yourself, because we come from an era where my FBA family, especially who got Southern roots, we couldn't be punks. Being a punk wasn't an option like that. You couldn't run home and then, hey, somebody about to beat me. Like, Mom them would be like, get your ass out there and come up off them shoulders. You better go out there and put them things up.
Right.
We didn't have an option to be a punk. Yeah? That wasn't an option. Hell, back in the day, even the LGBT dudes knew how to fight. Well, some of them still know how to, but yeah, even they had to get out there and put some damn work in. They had to move their thong to the side and start fighting. They would do whatever they had to do. But you couldn't be a punk, man. You just couldn't be. That was not an option.
Yeah, that sounds like FCLA.
Now, some of the nerds who got sheltered by their parents, some dudes was just straight up bitches. They just couldn't come outside. You did have a couple of them. Some of them were mama's boys who had to stay up under their mama all the damn time. Now, you did have some mamas who coddled some of these dudes. They knew that their sons were weak, so they didn't let them come out there and kick it with the rough boys. Yeah. Yeah, certain dudes who had little breathing problems, they might have had a little asthma or some shit, so they had to stay in the house. There was something going on with them. Yeah. Yeah, the mama would fight for him. Don't be bullying, man. All right, Miss Jenkins, we're not gonna bully, man. You know? It was these little weird dudes. Something was a little wrong with them. They had a little ailment and they had to stay in the house. So now, a lot of them were like real little. They were like little and demure, these little old demure niggas who couldn't really stand up for themselves. They were real small or whatever. Something was going on with them, or fat. That was another thing. A lot of little fat niggas used to have to stay in the house. They get jumped, their little fat asses get jumped on. So they had to stay, up under their mom eating. So now these dudes have grown up, the dudes who had to stay in the crib. And these are the bitch dudes who be talking greasy on the internet. On the internet, they're G Money Killer 63. They're all types of gangsters on the internet now. These were the nerds who had to stay in the crib and use a breathing machine back in the day. Now they super duper Vice Lord Crip Pyru on the damn internet. They banging on everybody. Ain't set one foot off the damn porch. Yeah, they're streamers now. So that whole streaming thing has given people a lane where you ain't got to go outside. You don't really have to face consequences for being a fuck nigga. See, back in the day, there were consequences to it. You just couldn't walk around being a fuck nigga. Well, we saw what happened to Sneeko, all right? Yeah, streamer Sneeko, who talks real greasy, and recently he was out there in New York walking in the streets and somebody went up and snuffed him. You see? Yeah, the Johnny Somalis, these weirdo. You know a Johnny Somali, especially these weird tethers. They they would have got stomped on doing all that goofy shit back in the day. Yeah, that's why a lot of these tethers, speaking of tethers, that's why they're so mad now, because all that little goofy stuff that they would do, they would get called out for it. You see, all that little goofy punk shit, they would get called out for it. You couldn't walk around us being a punk, being a little undermining goofball. You get called out. That's why they try to sit up. They made fun of me in school. They called me a booty scratcher. And I don't know what you got punked out when you were a kid. It wasn't because you were an immigrant, because you were like a little buster. Yeah. But the people like Anton and others, these dudes, they got that snitch vibe, that snitch mentality. And notice the snitches back in the day, you couldn't be a snitch and an informant back in the day. Because again, you would have to hit the bricks. So you couldn't come outside. They would have to put snitches in witness protection back in the day. You would have to go somewhere.
Still do,
you would have
Tariq.
to leave town if you were a snitch or an informant.
They
back
still
in the day.
do, Tariq.
You see?
They still do.
Yeah, snitches got stitches back in the day. But it's a new vibe right now. Now, family, look at what we got going on this internet right now. The snitch bitch dudes, they got a lane online. You understand? Now you got the Charleston Whites. Charleston White is a known informant. No. I mean, this guy is an informant. He was on the news back in the day, on the stand, I mean, in full color, snitching on his co-defendants. Yep. And he embraces being an informant. He instigates stuff online, instigates things with people, and then runs to the police.
Yep, that's exactly.
You see, he's an admitted snitch.
That's what the informant does. That's what the
and he has a lane. So you got to understand now, in this day and age, a lot of dudes are not operating from a code. It's a little finesse. It's a hustle now.
Yeah, she hanging
See, if a person, even if a person was crooked back in the day or in the streets back in the day, there was a code about how you carried yourself.
Yep.
There was still an understanding that your name meant something, your word meant something, your dignity meant something.
Right.
So today, dudes ain't got no moral code no more. You don't even have a manhood code no more. It's like, what can I do to get clicks and views online so I can monetize it?
Yeah, right.
That's what their whole worldview is. Can I turn this into some clicks and views? And then a lawsuit, or can I turn this into a lick? If I get beat up, can I flip it into a lick? So there's no shame with these dudes. It's a whole different weird vibe. You see? See, back in the day, you know, if you were a snitch or a coward, that destroyed your social standing. That made you radioactive. But because of the internet now, a dude can be publicly humiliated, go viral, and then repackage the humiliation as content. And they turn around and say, hey, look what they did to me. I'm gonna get a lawsuit. I'm gonna get a GoFundMe. Look what they did. Police, come help me. Just like going back to Charleston White, he gets beat up and people throwing him down and running up on stage and running up on him in barbershops, socking him up, and
damn,
he turns that into content. Dudes will do anything for content. Like dudes out here getting beat, like the Johnny Somalis going out here getting socked up and beat up.
Yeah.
That's content. Dudes getting punked out. That's content. Dudes go out here and get slapped up like bitches and then go make 100 videos about it. It's a very beta male bitch dude vibe out here, man. They done created like a little fuck nigga economy right now. You see? See, back in the day, being a man was tied to how you stood on business in real life. So now it's performative masculinity. It's about sounding tough, looking tough, and making threats and talking reckless and going viral. And when it's time to deal with them real world consequences, all of a sudden dudes start scratching their pussy.
Well,
you switch up into victim mode.
You 2 ears and 2 eyes.
Yeah, it's all about theatrics. Dudes trying to play gangsters, trying to play alpha males, trying to be warriors online.
As you do talk.
And then when the heat really goes down, you turn into a snitch, bitch, informant, and a witness. Y'all niggas turn into Cassie. They be in court talking about how you got kicked all in your bussy. There's no shame with these dudes. None. You see? And there's a lot of just feminine energy right now. You know, right now there's a lot of soy products. A lot of dudes' estrogen levels are built up.
Hold on, brother Trey. He's on something there. Irritated Genie did that.
Yep.
They done
Remember
created
that about
a
6 years
good
ago?
mentality where you get more social currency and actual financial rewards by being a victim more than a victor. If you win a fight, you know, you get a nod of respect or whatever. But these dudes are like, no, it's easier to be a bitch. Yeah.
If you're gonna fight for
See,
some money.
these dudes have what I call relational aggression. See, in behavioral science, physical aggression is typically associated with traditional male behavior. Relational aggression, which is like gossip, reputation destruction, rumor mongering, and running to the police, telling on people, that's associated with female behavior historically. That's what girls do. Women do shit like that. They weaponize the police. Oh, if you don't give me some money, I'm gonna go say we common law wife and husband. You know, women do shit like that. Now these dudes are engaging in relational aggression. You know, they fight with their mouths and their keyboards, and they like to create little messy soap opera style drama. You see, they don't do no man to man. Back in the day, you got a problem. You go in a room, lock them doors, move that furniture around, and then take your ass back out there, and everything is cool. You got your little understanding. Not now. Now you take a cat in a room and get an understanding. All of a sudden,
man, you an enemy
he got on a
forever.
halter top, and he's sitting on TMZ with some paperwork.
You just said it, Jesse.
Snapping his damn finger.
It's about to run
Clock
like
that
hell.
too.
And for the hills.
Come on, it's a real bitch made vibe out here,
Out of there
man.
real fast.
I feel bad for the women. And let me talk to the women, because we got to get on. Let me get on the women, because some of y'all women are dating these bust-ass dudes. Some of y'all women, come on now. All these busted beta males out here, they dating somebody, ladies.
What did I say? It takes
Ladies, some of
6
y'all are
guys
dating
to
these
carry a
punks.
man to his grave, and it
Especially
only
down in
takes
Atlanta.
one
Y'all
woman to
keep
put
y'all
him there.
punk somewhere down. Let's stop playing.
Now, am I right, God is not? You know,
Come on.
disrespect,
Yeah,
man.
that
Tell
dude
me I'm lying,
Shamar, he
God
said
is
he be
not.
dating women too. That's a full-fledged punk. Come on. Y'all enabling these dudes. Women, what's going on? Yeah, y'all love a punk. That's the problem. Y'all start making little deals with punks. The hell's going on, ladies? I blame some of y'all. Come on, y'all not gonna get out of this. Y'all out here enabling these dudes being busters.
Okay,
Dudes
see,
getting
I
smacked
just
up
said
and you
that.
still laying up with them. You laying
I
up with
just said
smacked up
that.
niggas.
That's
Niggas
what I
got
just said,
piss
Tariq.
wounds all on his body
It
and you
takes
laying up
6
with him.
guys
What kind
to
of shit is
carry
that,
a
ladies? Back
man
in the
to
day,
his
you were like,
grave,
oh no, I
and
can't
it
date
only
you.
takes one woman
You
to
out here in
put
the
him
street
there.
getting beat down. Come on.
Okay, well,
But
of
you know,
course
right
not,
now, in
God is
this
not.
day and
You
age,
know what
man,
I'm
media
saying? You ain't going
programming
like that.
has normalized
Oh, no, not
emasculation.
me. I don't
See, the
get
dominant
anywhere
society, they've
near
been
them. Shabbat
pumping out
only
media
heard
that deliberately
the end of what
emasculates the
you
male
said.
image.
Okay.
They put these weak, gossiping, sassy dudes on TV all the damn time. You look at the Love and Hip Hop shows, they got some sassy, gossiping dude on there, all on social media. They're like, okay, this
Right.
dude is safe. So women, you consume this programming daily.
Right.
So it's a psychological conditioning process right now.
Right.
They've been buck broken. So the strong, dominant,
Ain't that the ISIS
principled
papers,
males
Brother
are
Jay?
Yes.
demonized as being toxic, while the submissive, bitch-made, smacked up on beta males, they kind of put them on a pedestal. So I think a lot of women look at this as, you know, because you've been programmed to look at this as the new normal. Unfortunately. And also these dudes, I guess women can control these dudes. You can control a sassy, gossipy dude, or you can have a buddy. He can be your sister friend. He's somebody you can sit there and gossip with. You can gossip with your dude. See, women, usually you gossip with your homegirls or whatever, but sometimes women and their homegirls can be a little catty. So now you got these sassy beta males that'll sit up there and gossip with you. Like beta, come on. Alpha men, we don't want to. I don't sit up and listen to my lady gossip about people. She says stuff, such and such said this, such and such said that. I'm like, okay, all right. What am I gonna say? I don't even engage in that. You know? But now women got dudes they can sit home and gossip with. When I was at work, they were telling me I can't get on my lunch break. What, girl, for real? No, he didn't. He's up there sassy with you. Fuck all that. And you know what it is? Excuse me. Let me give me a
exactly, got it.
Got my heat on.
Okay, those are the ones that was born in the 60s and what have you, where they were putting a black father out of the household. So they were mainly raised by the women.
You know what it is? Also, these dudes, a lot of these dudes, these beta males, they know that they can't command respect from a woman who understands real masculine energy. Because there's some of you women, y'all, there's a lot of you who still understand and respect masculine energy. Some of y'all women do. I'll give you credit. Many of you sisters do still respect masculine energy. And a lot of these dudes can't get with a lot of women here who respect masculine energy. So what do? What do these dudes do? They take their ass overseas. They start bringing back them foreign women. They go get them some third world cooch and bring it over here. They go get them a 90-day fiance or something like that. And these women, they'll tolerate your gossiping. They'll tolerate you being a weak beta male. They'll tolerate you getting smacked up and beat on and filing domestic suits on dudes. They'll tolerate that because they need that green card. You see? You go find you a hungry tether, she'll sit there and let all that happen. Yeah? See, that's the thing. See, these dudes handle disputes in a very feminizing way. Instead of squaring up and handling your business like men, you start gossiping, starting rumors, getting beat up, running, and niggas running all over the place. These niggas turning to Tina Turner, and what's love got to do with it? Y'all running around like you running from Ike. Running around crying and good Lord.
Yeah, I hated Larry Fishburne in that role, but that's why they call him actors.
These old battered beta males out here. It's a shame out here what's going on. Yeah? But let me talk to the family. Let me talk to the family in here. Who is this? Queen Jen? Who is this? Who is this person? What's up, Queen Jen?
Hi.
Have you been on here before, haven't you?
I just got here like about 30 minutes ago.
Okay, I think have I talked to this woman before? She looks familiar. You're Nigerian, right?
Yeah, I'm Nigerian.
Okay, are you in the UK or are you in Nigeria?
No, I'm in Nigeria.
Oh, okay. God, I remember speaking to her before. I think I've seen her before. But I'll get you on in a minute. I don't feel like dealing with that dry Nigerian energy. Yeah, her hair was different. I remember that dry energy. Yeah. They just kind of absorb all the energy in the room. And I don't feel like dealing with it. All right, let me talk to the family in here. Y'all raise your hands. Let me get y'all in here, family. Let me get the family in here. Let me know what's on your mind. Y'all raise your hand and let me talk to you. Because we got to talk about this. See, we got to get these beta males out the paint. We got to get these alpha males in here, man. We got to have our boys, alpha males. There's too many feminized dudes out here. Dudes out here running, filing lawsuits and domestic violence charges. And see, we too many punks. Way too many. We got to get manhood popping. And a lot of this stuff, again, it's the schools, a lot of things. The schools tell men to be sensitive. You looking at stuff on TV, they program you with a lot of sassy nonsense. So it's programming. There's a lot of programming going on. Let me see. Let me get my brother Dan in here. Let's get the legend Dan in the building. Brother Daniel.
Yeah, what's up, Kimmy?
I can hear you, brother. How are you? Oh, where you at, Dan? Uh-oh. There he is. Something happened, Dan. You got paused. What happened?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, yes.
Okay, yeah. No, I think, man, you touched on a very important topic with these people. I had somebody get mad at me because I told them my dad was in my life, and they were asking me, was I trying to imply? And I was saying the reason a lot of these dudes had these problems because they didn't have anybody tell them to go outside and fight. My dad used to tell me, if you ever run for somebody, you're gonna get two whoopings, one for them and then one for me, and you're gonna go back out there and fight them again. But my dad was a baby boomer, you know what I mean? So I was raised like that. And then you had grown men on this, I'm not gonna say no names, but they were so mad at me and CEO because we were just going over the facts. We wasn't paying attention to the emotion they were saying. And you had a whole group of these people crying. And I like the guy you said, the Anton dude, I was just listening to one of their videos, and I don't know how people do it. These niggas be whining.
Yeah.
I mean, they be whining like, I remember I asked the man one time, I said, man, you know, if your dad was listening to you right now, he'd be like, yo, that's my son right there crying to another man on the internet. And if the answer to that question is no, then stop doing it. But I understand that a lot of these dudes were raised by women who taught them to never criticize a female. So they get on these apps and they whine and they pander and they do stupid stuff. And then before you know it, the same women they pander to, when they make them mad, they go off on them and they lose the whole platform. We talking about Derrick Jackson, right? This is the type of stuff that be happening with these folks. And then they call people like us who see through it a problem. It's like, no, I had a woman tell me, she was like, because I told the man, look, we in the same city. There's no need for this arguing, no need for internet stuff. If just come downtown, if you feel that strongly about what I'm saying, let's just meet up. And she said, that's just too violent. I'm like, listen, as a man, if you open your mouth and you make a statement, be sure you can stand on it. But these dudes, they just online, typing their little keyboards and crying and whining. They come on our platform every other day crying about you for some odd reason. It's a motherfucker in the comments right now crying. I mean, like, I don't understand it. I can't respect it. I'm just going to keep laughing at it. My bad, I don't mean to ramble, but it's just so annoying. These niggas be like 5'4" with high heels on. I'm not even bullshitting you. Nigga got mad because him and Brooke wore the same high heels. I'm not even joking. That's a true story. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I was like, wait, we don't take this serious as a culture? And then, you know, now they're trying to do now is they see that there's a renaissance going on, and a lot of them trying to ease their way in. And every time they try to come in, I let it be known, hey, look, that crybaby shit is not welcome here. We got shit going on. But yeah, I'll land right there. Shout out to Sister Brooke. Appreciate it.
My man, thank you so much, brother Dan. Yeah, man. Like I said, it's a bunch of dudes out here who just couldn't cut it growing up. You couldn't cut it in the streets. And again, man, my folks are from Alabama, man, which Alabama, they always with the business. Straight up FBA business all day, every day. True to the bone FBA business. I come from a culture and a time frame where my parents pushed me off that porch. I didn't have an option to be a fuckboy. I couldn't run to the house talking about somebody about to get me. I couldn't even say I was bullied. Hell, even when big kids who were much older than me, tried to step to me. My mom was like, get a big stick. Go out there and find a big ass stick and make it do what it do. You understand? Running and being a punk and a coward wasn't an option. It just wasn't an option. So I had to learn that early on. Yeah? That's just what it was. No excuses. And then that's how you got respect. A lot of people, man, listen, a lot of cats that I was friends with growing up, we fought each other. We used to get into it with each other. One of my best friends, my dude Chris, me and him were fighting. You know, they would try to bully me, and I'm like, I'm not going to get bullied. My grandma was like, you better go out there and whip his ass, and whipped his ass. And we respected each other after that. We started a rap group. We started rapping together. Yeah. That's what it was. You kind of get respect. You go out there and you throw them hands up. Win, lose, or draw. Y'all shake hands at the end of the day, and then some of y'all ended up cool.
No, you ain't from the LA that I'm from.
Yeah, a lot of us became friends with cats.
No, Tariq, you ain't from the LA I'm from.
Now, these dudes now, these are like little sassy, whiny crybabies who just whine incessantly.
That's an enemy for life.
And we do have to understand a lot of them are tethers. We let's not overlook that. Let's not overlook that. A lot of the whining that we see, especially online, that's coming from the tether class. And these are people who come from these societies where they've been just punked out systematically, and they have not been able to build anything, and they've had to run and flee. There's something that messes with the man's spirit by running and fleeing.
Okay, got us.
And then you get over here with the riders and then want to just talk shit incessantly about the riders. It's like Dan said, the tethers be making marathon spaces about me. Somebody sent me a space earlier with some tethers. I guess they were in a TikTok space whining about me. I saw I didn't even go in there. I just saw, it was like a struggle live. It was like 20 people. It wasn't too many people in there. And also I saw that the space had been going on for 8 hours. It was like, yeah, this space started 8 hours ago. I'm like, these dudes been whining about me for 8 hours? You know how much of a bitch of a man you gotta be. I mean, come on now. You know how much of a biatch you gotta be to whine about a man for 8 hours? That's a job. Do you understand? That's a job. You clock in for 8 hours. You whining about an alpha male. I'm flattered. I'm flattered. You don't whine about no beta male. You only whine about alpha males. I am an alpha male. If you don't sit up and whine about me, that's a reflection of you. You understand?
Yeah, understands me. All right, Shabaka, what are your thoughts on Antoine Daniels?
All right, y'all.
On the law?
Yeah, man.
Holcomb.
Yeah, man. It's very, very sad, man. You know what I'm saying? It's very sad, you know?
He said he ought to get the bag. That's what he had on the day that they almost got in a fight live on the air.
Yeah, and like I said, if they're gonna fight, come to Las Vegas, go see the boxing commission, and fight for some money. Because at least if you get your ass whooped, man, they will pay your medical expenses. Yeah. I'm dead serious. You know what I mean?
Let me look it up.
But at least what I try to do is avoid conflicts. You see what I'm saying? Because see, the thing is, you never know what's on a cat's mind, man. This dude's old lady might have just left him. He might have just lost a loved one. You know what I'm saying? Now, if he's out trying to punk you, then by all means, man, shut his left eye.
Right.
Put him on his back, smash his grill,
All that. Yeah.
And then when he come up to you with that bullshit, oh man, well, you know how it is now, nigga. I don't know how it is. I don't get down like that. This is why you always hear me refer to men as sir and ladies as ma'am.
Right. Because you come from a time where a man was a man and a woman was a woman.
Yeah, man, instead of all these damn transgender motherfuckers, man, shoving ketchup up their ass, talking about they menstruate, man, oh, God. That's an insult to womanhood, man.
It really is. And then up until
okay, wait a minute. Goddess Nami says for me to call her Miss Shabaka. Wait a minute. Could you specify on that there, Goddess Nami?
She choosing up on you. I thought she was.
Wait a minute, Goddess Nami. Why you getting mad at me? What I do? Not ma'am. Okay, sister. How about that? I'm waiting for her response on that. She says she's not ma'am. Okay. What about sister? S-I capital S-T-A-R. So she's laughing. Okay.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah. Cool. And now Breezy is my honey, but I'm not mad at you. Okay, well, that's you and Breezy. That sound like grown folk business to me. That sound like grown folk business. Yeah.
I'm trying to answer her question. She was asking a question in the chat.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, that's on the comments. Okay, hold on. Moving to the chat. Oh, now, what it is, that's from me to you, Brother Jay. That's why I said this is why self-defense should be taught. Black males at a young age should develop muscle memory when you have to defend yourself.
Yeah.
You say, mm-hmm.
The amounts to be determined, Nabi.
Okay. All right. Cool. And now Breezy is my honey, but I'm not mad at you. Okay. Well, all right. Okay. That sounds like grown folk business. Yeah.
So Antoine Daniels is out here begging white people to give him a hug.
Oh, God.
And now he's suing for the Cody Holcomb for an undetermined amount of money.
Damn.
So what? Yeah. Shit's crazy. Yeah, so Corey Holcomb is a comedian, Shabaki.
Oh, okay. I heard the name, but I just didn't know what he do. Okay.
And Antoine Daniels, he's online. He's what we do. He's a podcaster.
Oh, okay. All righty.
But apparently he's the police or working with the police.
Okay, avoid him like the plague.
Right. And he's a major coon.
Oh, God. Well, man, whatever happened to that brother who put that meme up there called Coon Busters? Remember Coon Busters?
Yeah.
Hey, man, I don't know what was funny. Coon Busters or Run Nigga Run.
Yeah, they're both very funny. He got confused and thought I was saying.
Okay, Miss Goddess Navi. Miss Goddess Navi said that she likes to be called Miss Goddess Navi. So she had to clarify. She says, I like Miss instead of ma'am, but you're respectful with it, so it's cool. Okay, Goddess Navi. Okay. Okay, Miss Goddess Navi.
All right, so
Yeah, Coon Busters is hilarious, Goddess Navi. And the most funniest motherfucker I ever seen, man, was that damn raccoon with that stick tap dancing, man. Damn.
Yeah, that was the worst.
Yeah.
All right, Shabaka, sorry. Is that your final thoughts on this?
Yes, sir.
All right, so moving right along. I think we'll the dump, as in human shit.
Oh, yeah. Was he on Jailbird 1 today?
No, we're on to his supporters.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and I was arguing with them dumb bunnies up there. Yeah, that's the meme I'm talking about on Instagram. It'd be funny as hell. And dumpsters, well, what we gonna do? We're gonna do this right here. I'm the greatest thing going, you damn crook. And that's why I call them the dump, as in human shit. And I want to make that perfectly clear, by the way, ladies and gentlemen.
So Lisa's gonna give us an update on Tucker Carlson and shit. Republicans be more forgiving for voting for the dump as in human shit. And we want to make that perfectly clear.
Yeah. And they talking about shit, they be forgiven.
Mm-hmm.
Good Lord, I heard it all now.
Shalom, family. Good to see you
Well,
all
her
here.
chat
Hope
is
you're
busy.
doing well.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about Tucker Carlson. He went on to his brother's podcast. I believe his brother's name is Buckley Carlson. I think it is Buckley Carlson. He went on there and pretty much apologized for voting for Donald Trump and promoting him during the time he was campaigning, not only, in 2024, but going way back. He was promoting Donald Trump the entire time. He stopped doing that because, Trump is fighting with him now. In fact, Donald Trump is fighting with Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, and a few other conservatives that he's been openly fighting with. And ever since that has happened, that I think broke out like 2, maybe 3 weeks ago.
No, that's right, Navi.
And ever since then, now he's done an about face. And Alex Jones is another one Donald Trump has been fighting with.
The globalists.
And they're now all turning on him. Okay. And they're very upset with Donald Trump. And now they have turned on him, speaking heavily against Donald Trump, not agreeing with anything that he's doing. But here's the question. When a Republican votes for a president, and that president turns out to be a disaster like Donald Trump, can you forgive them? And
No,
my
because
answer
Donald
is
Trump was a
probably
wasted
no,
fuck.
especially
That's what he
while
is. He was a wasted
you're still
fuck.
in the middle of that person's
No
presidency.
disrespect, God, it's not.
After it's over, some, years will go by and people will start having amnesia. But as long as Donald Trump is the sitting president, my answer is no. There are many people that are not going to forgive Republicans, whether you're MAGA or you are far right, alt-right, or whatever the hell you are. No.
Like American sad
Not
ass.
while he is the sitting president and he's still making all these crazy decisions that make no sense. Then no, I think a lot of people are not going to be inclined to forgiving you. But how will you see this after listening to Tucker Carlson and hearing these other opinions? How will you feel? Now, there was one funny one, but the woman had music on there. She had this wallpaper of pigs flying, letting Tucker know, you know, I will forgive you when pigs can fly. That was a little funny, but I think a lot of people will be split on how they feel about this. You know, just yesterday I saw a MAGA person throw their MAGA hat in the trash. And I'm thinking to myself, the damage is already done. You know, whether you toss that MAGA hat or not, at this point, it doesn't make any difference. It's not going to change anything.
He got his head bumped.
Yeah, there you go. All right, let me go ahead.
He realized he got his head bumped.
And don't forget to pick up your 12 Tribe on Earth hair products, and make sure you use the discount code. Thank you 10 still works. It does not have an expiration date. All right, y'all. Let me share my screen.
Uh-oh, I got hate mail.
Oh, hold on, y'all. Hold on
Checking my
second.
phone. I got hate mail. I'm going to go on mute while Lisa talks and read this bullshit.
Okay, Swap. Come on, Lisa, what the hell?
Jars. I was looking for purple jars. I have never in my life thought it would be this difficult to find purple jars. I cannot find purple jars. And the ones that I do find, they're too little. They're like 4 ounce or they're 2 ounce, but they don't have them bigger. And it's shocking to me. How the hell do you not have purple jars, but they don't have it? So I got an alternative jar.
You would have
it's
to go
a clear
to
jar
get
with
the
a
purple
lavender
jars,
color lid. So I'm going to have
and
to
I
go
think you
with
get
that.
some
I
Las
cannot
Vegas.
find a purple jar. So anyway, I got all of the other jars for the Botana oil leave-in conditioner. And I have the big 16 ounce shampoo bottles that are purple, but purple jars, I guess that's an elusive thing because I sure can't find it. Okay, it's almost halfway done. Yeah, Kimberly Ship, you're right. This place is done. It is no president. I don't care who you elect. There is no president that can clear this whole thing up. Now, I did hear the new Treasury Secretary is talking about they're going to clear up all of the U.S. debt so we're not insolvent anymore. So I was like, okay, so what does that include? Printing more money?
Yep.
So
No, you're going to
expect
print
higher taxes at the
$39
Fed
trillion,
level.
but they claim they're going to wipe out all of America's debt. And I'm like, okay, I don't know. That does not sound realistic to me that you can just wipe out $39 trillion in debt. But this is the claim they're making. I mean, wouldn't countries that you owe money to still want their money?
Right.
I mean, I doubt if they'll wipe out the debt willingly because Donald Trump has literally fallen out with every ally and every non-ally. He done fell out with everybody. And I just don't see them giving America a break. But that's what he's claiming when he becomes the Treasury Secretary, he's going to wipe out America's debt. Okay. Well, does that mean all the prices will go down? You know, I have a lot of questions that I need answered. So if you're going to wipe out all this debt, then you should be able to lower the prices. Everything is astronomical out here. It is absolutely insane.
Well, you don't buy the
just
shit,
going
honey.
out
That's how you
today
get the
and
prices
looking at the
down.
price,
Don't
everything
buy the
is
shit.
crazy out here. Yeah, well, that's what they're claiming. I heard it yesterday, actually, out in the media yesterday, that his intent when he gets in the position is to wipe out all of the debt so that America is no longer insolvent. But what does that really mean, y'all? So you got yourself $39 trillion in debt. You ain't going to do nothing but get back in debt again. Look who you got in office. Donald Trump is a crazy spender. He contributed $8 trillion to the debt when he left office in his first term. All you got to do is look this up.
But Trump was
He
rich.
left this
Lisa,
country
honey, don't know
in
nothing
$8
about being
trillion
poor.
of debt when he
I bet
left.
your dog was homeless tomorrow, man. That
Cannot
motherfucker couldn't
imagine what
survive
he's going to leave
2
when
nights.
he finished his second term. That's why I'm like, all you're going to do is accumulate more debt. Y'all don't know how to manage money. 39 trillion, that is proof right there. Y'all love being in charge, but you don't know how to manage things, and you're too corrupt. That debt came from stealing, y'all. Each administration that went in there stole money. You remember George W. Bush? All kinds of money was missing by the time he left office. Y'all go in there and steal money. That's why you want to be president so bad.
Yeah.
Because it ain't about running the country. It's about how much you can get in there and rob.
Yeah.
All right, let me see where it is. It's done. All right, good. That's all it's about. That's why you couldn't run these guys out of these positions with a rifle. That's why you think he's putting that bunker down there. He don't want to leave. If he leaves, he can't rob the country anymore. So yes, he want to stay in there so he can rob money for himself, his son-in-law that's getting all these billion-dollar contracts and everything. That's why they want to stick around and don't want to leave. But yeah, I mean, I'll be interested to see how he's going to get this country out of all that debt. But this is what he's claiming. All right. It's almost there. Almost there. So other than that, y'all, it was freezing overnight here. It went down to 31 degrees. And listen, we were in the 90s last week. It just goes to show you how wild the weather swings from one temperature to the next. We had 3 days in the 90s, and we went all the way down to 31 degrees.
Oh, hell no.
Night, and it was cold.
I can't do it.
Okay, I'm ready.
It get colder than 50 degrees to me out in the desert. I feel like I'm in a blizzard.
Right.
Please give me a 1 if you can see my screen.
Yes, listen.
I'm checking my hate mail. You know, I was just trying to see if I found something in here worth reporting to Brother Jay. And there's a bunch of dumpster shit in here, you know.
Looking back, because I mean, you and I and everyone else who supported him, you wrote speeches for him, I campaigned for him. I mean, we're implicated.
Yeah, that's because you're in the desert, goddess. You're in that wind tunnel called the San Joaquin Valley, and it's coming all out of the north.
It's like in very small ways, but in real ways, you and me and millions of people like us are the reason this is happening right now. Yes. So I do think it's like a moment to wrestle with our own consciences. You know, we'll be tormented by it for a long time. I will be. And I want to say I'm sorry for misleading people. It was not intentional. That's all I'll say. But anyway, but the question does present itself immediately. Like, what is this? Was this always the plan? You don't want to be a conspiracy nut, but like clearly there were signs of low character. We knew that.
Yes.
But it didn't. There are tons of people of low character who like outperform their character. It doesn't have to be
sort of the norm, actually. These
Okay,
days.
brother
Right.
Che, I'm out in 30 minutes, man, because I got this appointment to make tomorrow.
Understandable, Shabaki, but here's where the trolls come in. We're in the algorithm, so we got 12 people watching. It fluctuates.
Oh, okay, that's good. Hopefully we get some trolls. Come on, trolls, make my early morning, you know what I'm saying? I got some insults for you. Now, keep in mind, trolls,
Okay,
when
just
you
in case you've never
insult,
seen
you
him
got to
before,
use truth,
that
not
is
fantasy.
Tucker Carlson's brother. That he has a podcast, and the two of them both supported and promoted Donald Trump, and that's what the podcast is about. So if you've never seen him before, that's his brother.
Don't have especially high character, right? But you try to whatever, you try your best. But what was this? Was this always the plan?
Looking back after the last year and a half, it seems like it kind of was. And it's easy. Well, you could get really deep about it and say, what was Butler? Like, how was it that he and Ryan Ruth?
Yep.
I mean, he was subject
like
to
another
two legitimate
wasted plot.
assassination attempts. Have we ever gotten to the bottom? I know you've talked a lot about this, but have we ever gotten to the bottom
I
of
haven't
that?
talked a lot about it. I don't know the answer, but I know that those
That
investigations.
dude looks like he on
evidence
alcohol, too.
fact.
Yeah, stemming from the very top, from people who actually would have the power to get to the bottom of it.
And the motive.
Feeling. Yes,
Yeah.
very much. So the enormous amount of money he got from Miriam Adelson now seems suspect to a lot of people at the time. But, there's a lot of money in politics. To run for president requires an enormous, Kathleen Camel Toe went through $2 billion in 4 months. So
Yeah, and I bet you like to get in
sure, there's
between
an
the
argument to be
camel
made
toe
that
as well,
you get
too,
money
you
from those who will give it to you.
hypocrite. Yeah.
It's just
No
the nature
disrespect,
of that game.
guys.
But it's still reprehensible, and it's still a big question mark. Why would someone who has obvious and demonstrated allegiance to a foreign power give Donald Trump $250 million while he's running for president? I mean, how is that defensible? It's really not. If Russia had given a PAC for Trump, if the mayor of Moscow had somehow assembled an enormous amount of money and put it in a 501c3 for Trump's benefit, would that have been acceptable? Of course it wouldn't have been. So what does someone, it's so basic, comes back to the money. Like, what did they get in return for that amount of investment? And it's clear.
I get it. No, of course, I agree with every word that you're saying. I just think, given his behavior and his demonstrated disloyalty and viciousness to previous supporters.
Yes.
No,
why wouldn't he display the same lack of loyalty to Miriam Adelson? That's kind of the question. The only people he's been loyal to are the neocons and his donors. So he's attacked, so he attacks Islam. Some of us stand up and say, probably shouldn't be attacking a religion. Oh, you're a Muslim, secret Muslim. You love Muslim. No. Just, I like reverence, and I don't think you should attack people on the basis of their religion. Don't attack the religion.
Yes.
And all these evangelicals are like, oh, you're a Muslim. The next week he attacks Jesus.
Okay, big FAFO. What's Heritage Americans?
Of course.
Please
They're
help.
well
I'm
beyond money,
stupid.
obviously.
Well, right. But the one person he's never going to attack is Rebbe Schneerson.
Lineage. Okay.
And
okay.
Chabad
big
leader who's
FAFO.
passed, but
Lineage.
who
Okay.
I'm not attacking, by the way, but who was regarded as the Messiah by many of his followers. I don't think Trump should attack him, to be clear. But Trump would never attack him. That's the one Messiah he will never attack. So, what is that? Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. No.
It's totally cool to attack Jesus. Oh, it's a joke. I was saying I was a doctor. I heal people. Well, that's how Jesus described himself, by the way. You're attacking Jesus.
Yes. No, demonstrably so. He did it on
Obviously,
purpose, yes.
on a Sunday.
Absolutely.
You're attacking Jesus on a Sunday. It's totally fine. But we all know And again, I'm not asking that he attack Rebbe Schneerson. He should not. But he never would. He'd die first. So, like, what is, you tell me what that is.
Gosh, I wish I knew. But I know. But he should be called to respond.
I agree.
Yeah, very much so. It makes no sense. Although it's revealing, as you're indicating. Plus, Trump is a totally secular human being who never held a Bible, didn't put his hand on the Bible. Obviously, that's an offensive statement right there that should have been. He's the only president of the United States who's never put his hand on the Bible during his inaugural.
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
I don't know if that means he's a secular person. I think it means he's got a different religion.
No, I'm saying he had been perceived as a secular individual. And clearly there's...
So where does this go?
I wish I could answer that question. I don't know. It doesn't seem like we're getting out of Iran anytime soon. It doesn't seem like the Strait of Hormuz is going to open anytime soon. It doesn't seem like Bibi Netanyahu is going to allow us to achieve peace. Doesn't seem like American power is getting any stronger. Doesn't seem like the American people are going to stop suffering anytime soon. I think at some point, I mean, there are mechanisms for dealing with a government that's not responsive. I hope it doesn't go there, but it does. People are upset, man. I've never seen anything like it, actually.
Is that?
Yeah, so Shabaka, Heritage American is the white equivalent of a FBA.
Okay, so you mean one of these cave dwellers who didn't believe in washing their funky, stinking ass, right?
That's been here since the beginning of this country.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Our family,
all right.
The lineage has been here since the founding of this country.
Okay. And these are the same individuals. Now, let me make sure I understand, Brother Chet. Now, these are the same individuals, okay, that gave the indigenous people here the blankets with the smallpox, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All righty. Okay. Thank you, sir. Okay.
True.
Oh, people are outraged. And why wouldn't they be?
You and I and everyone else who supported him, you wrote speeches for him, I campaigned for him. I mean, we're implicated in this for sure.
Yes.
It's not enough to say, well, I changed my mind, or like, oh, this is bad, I'm out. It's like, in very small ways, but in real ways, you and me and millions of people like us are the reason this is happening right now.
Yes.
So I do think it's like a moment to wrestle with our own consciences. We'll be tormented by it for a long time. I will be. And I want to say I'm sorry for misleading people. It was not intentional. That's all I'll say. But anyway, the question does present itself immediately, like, what is this? Was this always the plan? You don't want to be a conspiracy nut, but like, clearly there were signs of low character. We knew that.
I've heard enough. Tucker Carlson saying we didn't intentionally do this, and there were quote unquote signs of Trump's character issues, and who he's interviewing there is his brother, Buckley Carlson, and he is a Republican Party operative who previously wrote speeches for Trump. His son, also named Buckley, recently resigned as Vance's deputy press secretary following his dad's fallout with Trump. And I have huge issues with these triple Trumpers, that now the very obvious conclusion that Trump is a dipshit, a fascist, a criminal, a con man, and it took you 10, 11 years to figure it out. I'm sorry. I just don't have a lot of empathy for that.
The bigger problem for me is, what did you get from Trump that you didn't expect? Because you got him you got just as advertised. All of us did. It's so much self-serving bullshit. And what really is going on here is that for some reason, Tucker Carlson's not getting exactly what he wants from this president. And so now he wants to have buyer's remorse. It's not because he's got some sort of moral compass and he has somehow seen the light. It's because it doesn't
so he got his head bumped.
anymore.
Okay. As we say in South Central.
So there's this whole notion right now with a lot of people,
You got his
Josh,
head
that
bumped.
say
Right.
we need to offer these triple Trumpers an off ramp. And I personally feel like, and you and I, you grew up in rural Oklahoma, I mean, MAGA central. I grew up in Oklahoma City, the suburbs. And I feel like there's always deference to people who bend their knee to the patriarchy, whose first impulses are homophobia, racism, worshiping money, worshiping rich people. And they all screw up really bad for 11 years now. And then it's like, oh, these poor babies, we need to offer them an off ramp. And I just have a hard time
I've been
believing
through there, goddess.
that offering these
I've
people an
visited
off
Black
ramp,
Wall
and you know
Street.
these people, you know, both the rural type of Trumper, and then we both know the country club type of Trumper that has gay friends, that tries to act socially cool, but every chance they can get, they go vote for racism because they like it.
Oh, somebody join us, Brother Che?
What's going on, baby?
Who would be? Who would be? Brother Che.
What's
We have a
going on?
guest.
What's going on?
All right. All right. How you be? How you be?
I'm doing good, man.
Okay. Who is this here, sir? If I may ask.
It's Kari, man.
Oh, Kahari, long time no hear from, man. You know
What's
what
going
I'm
on,
saying?
man? Yeah, man, I've been working, man.
Okay, I ain't mad at you, big homie. I ain't mad at you, man. I just been on my like page arguing with Nabisco ass dumpers, ass scratchers, yassa bosses. You know me.
Yeah.
You know, and what have you. But one thing though is this, right? So I know you saw that video, man, with Kid Rock talking about if you fuck with Trump, you fuck with me. And there was this dude that clowned his ass, man, who called himself, who called dude American sat ass and told him he wasn't gonna do shit.
No, I ain't seen that video. I seen the video with the Kamala reparations video. I seen that video when the dude was talking about no vote, no reparations, something like that.
Yeah, you talking about Melrose.
Yeah.
No check, no vote.
Yeah.
Okay. All righty. Yeah, that's right. Because we built the goddamn country, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And they owe a debt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They owe a debt. And then too, Kahari, now let me ask you this, man, because I've been arguing with some of these stupid bastards, right? Okay, the only thing that's going to happen with the reparations money, right, Kahari, is going to get submerged back into the U.S. economy, right? Now, do you agree with that point?
Yes.
Okay. Also, too, as we did earlier on Shabak's Black Experience Enhanced, you know, with Brother Che, there was talking about the sugar cane. Now, what's the main thing that comes from sugar cane, man?
Sweet.
Not only that, but your alcohol, your Jack Daniels, your Johnny Walker.
I don't drink alcohol, man. I don't drink alcohol.
Right. I feel you. I don't either, but it does. And I was arguing with this stupid bastard, man. And I'm saying is that all that sugar cane we picked, okay, like with the cotton, making clothes and stuff like that, right? It contributed to the gross national product, right? And then what happened was the money kept getting reinvested, right? But it would not have happened had they not had that initial investment of our free labor slicing that sugar cane. The same thing with clothes, man, you know, with the cotton, right? Okay, now you remember the two stores called Montgomery Ward that started 1864. And then you also remember Sears and Roebuck that started roughly about the same year, you know, the first mail order catalogs.
No, sir. I'm not familiar with that, but I can look it up.
Yes, sir. Look it up. And the main ones who contributed to that idea were black men. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so quite naturally, of course, you know, they never want to give the brothers and the sisters credit, okay? And then, yeah, Goddess Nave, alcohol is trash, okay? And then, too, so when I look at these stupid Neanderthal Nabiscos with their troglodyte funky asses, right? And when you try to be respectful with them, right? Well, you niggas sold yourselves into slavery. You see what I'm saying? And the motherfuckers who did the selling got captured too, because the Nabiscos came with trinkets. With trinkets. Okay. All righty. Now, Roebuck was a black man. Okay. And I believe that Ward was a black man, went Montgomery Ward, because they were both based out of Chicago. Now, Chicago, pretty much, man, at one time was kind of like a, how should we say, a birthplace of black entrepreneurship, because I know you're familiar with the Ebony magazine and what have you that used to be called Johnson's Publications. And then that came out every month. Then every week they had the Jet magazine, where they'll tell you about the upcoming TV shows that's starring the black actors. Then they had the Beauty of the Week, and then they were advertising black products in there. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I can't stand alcohol, Sister Goddess Navi. Alcohol is not allowed in my house. You see what I mean?
Yeah,
it's not allowed in my house.
It makes your breath.
Yeah, it makes your breath stink. And then you get these drunk ass bastards, man, that get this purge and they want to get drunk enough to fight. You see? You see what I'm saying? And I ain't dealing with it, man. You know what I'm saying? Big FAFO says Gary has shipping ports, okay? And I think that Big FAO is talking about Gary, Indiana, which is literally right across the street from Chicago, okay? And you remember the Jackson 5 being from there where they made that song, I'm going back to Indiana. You see what I'm saying? And what have you. Yeah, say, and shout out to the Jackson 5. From what I understand, they're making the Michael Jackson biopic. Not getting off topic, brother Che. Oh, okay.
Dropped nationwide on Friday.
Okay, and as far as I'm concerned, this Paris girl who they claims as the descendant of Michael Jackson, there is no resemblance.
None of them.
None. Yeah, none. There's no resemblance, you see. But however, you know, coming up in my era, I appreciate being around during the time of the Jackson 5. I appreciate Michael Jackson, particularly with his criminal video.
His great
yes,
nephew is going to play him.
Okay. All right. Okay, yeah, big FAFO. Yeah, man, because, you know, big Chicago does make the best music worldwide because see, you had what they call Southside Chicago blues, brother Che. Oscar Brown Jr., Curtis Mayfield, The Emotions, Maurice White, Lou Rawls, Jerry Butler. You know what I'm saying? I can go on and on and on and on and on. You know what I'm saying? And what have you. And then, of course, as we all do know, is that the city of Chicago was discovered by a black man by the name of Jean-Baptiste Pointe de Sable, if I got it right.
Yeah, they say it was of Haitian descent, but there's no evidence to back that up.
Okay, well, the only thing I could say about that, brother Che, of him being Haitian descent, okay, is because Illinois was part of that Louisiana Purchase, you know, all the way from Louisiana, you know, all the way to Missouri. You see what I'm saying? Because you got all those French names there: Champlain, Illinois, St. Louis, Missouri, Calumet, Illinois, and what have you. We didn't even think we got a place even up there north of the sky called Eau Claire, Wisconsin. You see, but keep in mind, off the research that I have done, black man and woman, the Portuguese and the British, I'm sorry, strike that, the Portuguese and the French were the most brutal of the slave traders, slave traders.
Yeah,
see?
Also, Chicago was a indigenous port.
Yeah, right. But you know what the word Chicago means, right? It was a Native American term meaning bad smell. That's where they had all those meat packing warehouses at. You see what I mean?
Smell to it, yeah.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? And Okay. Illinois was prior to Louisiana Purchase. Okay, sir. Big FAFO, sir. I've researched it all my life, man. Okay, because I was born in the Chi. All right.
When did
Now,
Illinois become a state, Shabaka?
1837.
Okay, and
Okay, Google. Yeah, Google it to make sure, brother Che.
And the Louisiana Purchase took place in 1804.
I believe so. Yeah, because the French had owned that land, and okay, I ain't never been to South Dakota. I never been to South Dakota. Okay, but I have been to Montana, and the air was fresh in Montana. Okay, now, then when you get over there in the Missouri, St. Louis, Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Let me see what else there's. Then of course Louisiana, and then there's another. Okay, Illinois, Wisconsin, Arkansas. Wait a minute. Oh, Missouri. Yeah, Missouri. And
Yeah,
I'm trying to think of the state. Yeah, I'm trying to think of the state below Missouri.
Below Missouri is Arkansas.
Okay, the Little Rock Nine. Okay, Daisy Bates, Elizabeth Eckford, the Little Rock Nine. And ain't that right next there to Alabama where Frog Face was the governor at?
Yep.
Segregation now, segregation now. Fuck Frog Face.
Shabaka. At the time of 1803 purchase, that land is now Illinois. It wasn't even its own territory yet. It was part of the Indiana territory.
Okay.
Became a Illinois territory until 1809, and then it took 9 years of population growth and political maneuvering before it became the 21st U.S. state in 1818. Essentially, the U.S. doubled its size with the Louisiana Purchase about 50 years before Illinois joined the Union.
Okay. All righty. Okay. All right. But it is very, very interesting. You say, hold on.
Okay. Black Harry. Oh yeah, I heard of him.
All right. And so then what had started happening is, as we already know, during the beginning of Hollywood and World War II, they had a lot of black folk go out there to Los Angeles. You know what I'm saying? Working, in the aircraft industry.
That was
up in the Bay was the shipyards, and down in Southern California was the aircraft industry.
Yes, Shabaka. Chairman Sekou was out there on them shipyards.
Okay, and then when we was with that other network, man, didn't I do a live feed, man, from Vallejo, I think?
Yep.
Okay. All right, Big FAFO says, Black Harry founded Indiana, the red state up north. Okay, all righty.
Yeah, he's talking about Hoosiers. That's what they call. That's what they call the Indiana residents, the Hoosiers.
Yeah, and then, man, up there in Indiana, that dude that worked at Toll Booth, man, over there on the state line of Indiana and Chicago, somebody need to go jack that clown up, man, and get all my toll money back. I missed the wrong turn, man, and going to Indiana. Now, gee, you gotta pay, the toll, man. So the only thing that told me was that fool was putting that money in his pocket, the crook,
Yeah, that's
okay. Big FAFO says he's got cousins and nephews are Air Force, New Mexico, and California. They fix me up on toes too. I got you, Shabaka. Right on, man. Yeah, go jack that trick up, man. Because that clown got a $45 from me in toes, though, crook. But that's Chicago. It has certain traditions there, people. It was the home of Al Capone for many years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what Mayor Daley told Martin Luther King when he did his march in Marquette Park.
We still have a stronghold there, Shabaki.
Okay. Yeah, and brother says they fix me up on toes too. Yeah, exactly. Big FAFO, yeah, man, and that clown putting some of that loot in his pocket. But what they do now, y'all, I got hit with one in your state, Brother Che, and I got hit one with crossing the Bay Bridge up in the Bay Area. They got that damn fast track bullshit.
Oh yeah, and you
Scan
got hit
your
on
plate.
You got hit on the 470.
Yep, I got hit on the 470, and I got hit on the Bay Bridge in San Francisco. And then they send you this little extortion ass letter. If you don't pay this here in 2 weeks, we're gonna pull your registration in your state. And Nevada has to comply with them. See, so this is what's happening is when you look at these damn transportation secretaries, man, I always check out the Department of Transportation because that's right up their alley, man, with that bullshit. You see what I mean? And then they're going to say, and you remember when we read up on the Bay Bridge and the Golden Gate Bridge, Che, that the tolls were supposed to only cover the cost for building the bridges, right?
Right.
And that damn thing been sitting up there almost 100 fucking years, man, and you telling me, man, they ain't paid for it, man. Crooks. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, crooks. They scan the ticket on me when I drive. It works in Indiana, Illinois, Missouri, and I believe I.O. will be Iowa. Okay. So basically what you're saying, Big Fafo, is that you prepaying the toll bridge. Okay. Now I can get with that. Sure. I can get with that.
All right, let me get back to this clip, Shabaki.
Okay.
I don't see these people ever voting for Democrats. Ever. And I'm not saying we have to be cruel to these people, but not holding them accountable or giving them this off ramp and coddling them is not something I am capable of doing. I'm capable of fighting for them to have health care. I'm capable of fighting for their future children or grandchildren that might be gay to be treated equally under the law and not be discriminated against by people like these triple Trumpers that vote this way, homophobes like Tucker Carlson. But what's your take on a rural triple Trumper and then the country club?
Well, I think some voters in places like Oklahoma, more rural areas, sometimes they do genuinely have remorse. So maybe they're not educated about certain issues. But a lot of times, like with Tucker Carlson, what we see here is he's not against what Trump stands for. That's not what he's saying here. Something has happened where it doesn't serve his interest anymore to be a racist.
Man, go take a damn shave, man.
So now he's
I
changed
wouldn't be
gears.
caught
So
dead
I
with a
think
5
that as
o'clock
Democrats,
shadow
we
like
want to
that.
embrace and open up the idea of trying to reach out to people who genuinely have contrition, who maybe made a mistake. It's certainly worth examining why they voted for Trump in the first place. But people like Tucker Carlson and other politicians, their motives are self-serving. Like it's clear who Tucker Carlson is. It's clear that he knew what he was signing up for when he supported Donald Trump. As you said, his brother worked for J.D. Vance. There's no surprise here at the end of this rainbow that he's getting something that he didn't know he was getting. So to hear him go on and give this, somewhat contrite speech about I'm sorry and I feel responsible. I mean, it's just bullshit. It's just bullshit.
Tucker Carlson has now formally apologized for endorsing Trump, saying that he will be tormented by this and that he is sorry. He said to his brother on his show that they both must do more than simply say it was wrong. They must apologize. And I've been asked by a lot of people, what do I think about Tucker Carlson? Now, and you asked me about some of his other.
Thank you for joining us. Get you some shut eye.
Okay,
welcome,
and I'm
man.
gonna
You
have to
welcome.
get some sleep. Yes, sir. And then I'm gonna have to give me some shut eye too, brother Chad. I can give you 20 more minutes, sir.
All right, that'll be enough to get through this clip.
Okay.
Individuals that Donald Trump has gone after. I will defend Alex Jones despite, I think, fair criticisms and shortcomings. But I like Alex, and he's got a long storied career.
Okay.
Tucker Carlson, I think also similarly. And I would say this. Let me rank the people that Trump besmirched, as it were. First and foremost, the one I respect the most is going to be Alex Jones. Despite there being some shortcomings, some issues, I'm not going to dive into criticizing Alex or anything like that, but there's some issues. But I have the most respect for him. Followed, in fact, by Tucker Carlson, then Megyn, then Candace. The thing about Megyn is I'm not all that concerned about Megyn Kelly's show. Not that she cares about my opinion or anything like that. But the defense of Candace Owens, it's very weak. It's very weak. It's weird. It's not like Tucker apologizing. I can respect. He's willing to put out a big statement and say these things. Megyn just seems to be saying whatever she thinks is going to generate traffic as she brags on X about how many views she's getting from shorts on YouTube. Congratulations, I guessed. It's just kind of crazy.
Why don't y'all just admit you're bad judges of character?
Right.
And the
No,
reason why
Lisa, they
y'all
got
are
their
bad
heads
judges of
bumped.
character is because of racism. And you
They
think
got their heads
anybody
bumped.
that look like you is trustworthy, and that's who you go with. And sometimes that's not necessarily the best person to go with. But all this, no, you are a bad judge of character. Because let me tell you, even in Donald Trump's first term, he showed his ass quite a few times even then. And some of y'all thought he was trustworthy enough to vote for again. And you ran out there and you voted for him. You know why? You thought he was going to come down on us. At the end of the day, the reason why most of you voted for Donald Trump, you thought you were going to be able to coast through these 4 years while Donald Trump ruled with an iron fist on us. And the plan got foiled when our folks refused to go out in these streets. We foiled your plan. Okay? And then you did all kinds of little jabs at us. You remember
she was married
when Charlie Kirk was still alive? He was in the streets gleefully laughing when they were tearing up Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
We didn't give a shit about that crap out there in that street.
No, he didn't.
And y'all thought that was going to send us in the street. See, you thought that because you really don't know us like you think you do. See, y'all think you know us.
Yeah.
In fact, y'all used to even try to say you knew us better than we knew ourselves. That's such a bullshit saying. It ain't even funny. But the bottom line is you don't know us.
She voted for Kamala.
You had plans. That was in Project 2025, was to lure us out to the streets and then blame martial law on us.
Sure recommended her.
Oh, Trump had to invoke
I don't think
martial law, the violence in the streets, the Black people in the streets. You know, that's what you wanted to be able to do. And we foiled your plan.
Truth recommended her. So.
And it proves you didn't have a plan B, because you still have not been able to get us on these streets. Now, yeah, you got every now and then we got some knuckleheads that'll get on videos. It's time for us to get back on the street. And my thing is to those people, you take your ass out there. You take your ass out there. You ain't gonna get everybody out there. But if you want to go out there that bad, you carry yourself out there then.
Right.
But pretty much.
You know, y'all pick someone that is like yourself. Donald Trump reminds you of yourself. His views, his policies remind you of yourself, remind you of your families that taught you racism. He reminds you of that. So that was familiar to you. So you voted for Donald Trump. But see, now always remember something. You got to pay the same high gas prices that we have to pay. You have to pay the high grocery prices that we have to pay. You have to pay the high health insurance costs that we have to pay. You have to pay the high energy bills that we have to pay. And see, you're not getting spared from none of it. And I think what really got y'all is when Donald Trump first came into office, y'all, and did those mass firings, because a lot of MAGA work for the federal government. At least they used to. They worked for the federal government. And they were blindsided when Donald Trump came in there and snatched their jobs away. They, I would say, were the most impacted by those mass firings. Now, yeah, a lot of our people got caught up in that stuff too, but the majority of them were these MAGAs. They were these MAGAs. And they never got over that. That crippled a lot of them. And many of these videos that you see online where they're talking about, it's been a year and I can't find work. They are the ones that got fired by Donald Trump.
Yep.
They are the ones.
No, crew. You
and
tell
they
on
seriously
yourself, crew.
cannot find work. And
You tell on
many of
yourself. You telegraph your
which
punches.
means they can't afford their mortgage. They can't afford their apartments. They can't afford nothing. Or they'll tell you, oh, the inflation is worse under Trump. I knew Donald Trump. I don't know about any of you. That's why I never spoke about that on video. You are not going to find one video of me believing that Donald Trump were going to lower the prices out here. I never did believe it, but I heard some of our other people on these channels doing that. Donald Trump said he's going to lower the prices, and they believed it. I didn't. I didn't.
Yeah, I know it.
Because
They said
my
they got their
question was,
heads
okay,
bumped,
well,
as we
how
say in
is he
South
gonna
Central
lower the
LA.
prices?
He bumped their heads.
It didn't make any sense. So you're just going to walk in office and say, okay, I want all the prices lowered, and it was just going to happen? He didn't have a plan. That's one thing about Donald Trump. He walked in office with no plan, just like he has no plan for this war. And the war is going so badly, he has no plan. Even some of the generals
Drop some
have
bread,
spoken
man.
out and said he went
Drop
into
some
this
bread,
war
bruh.
with no plan. This is the entire Donald Trump presidency. No plan.
Yeah, man, drop
No
$2
plan.
grand on it, bro.
For real. So I don't feel sorry for these guys. I really don't. Now,
Drop
they'll
$2
probably
grand, crew.
forgive each other because this is what they do. But in reality, y'all, I'm not shocked over that part. They can do the worst thing out here. And, you know, they got each other's back. They're going to still stay on code. But me, no, I don't forgive you, because y'all went in there and voted for this man. As far as I'm concerned, I will always see it this way. This is absolutely their fault. This is their fault. And that's where I stand. All right, y'all, let's go on.
Admitted
Okay,
that he regrets
Brother
voting
Che.
MAGA, misleading people about Donald Trump, and that he will be tormented
Yeah,
for
man,
a
the
long
Sandman got
time
me,
about
man. He
his
caught me
role
with an overhand right.
Damn, wish you could do 10 more minutes.
Okay,
All
I'll
right.
give you 10. Just one more round, boss.
Okay.
and helping
To quote
Donald
the
Trump
infamous Joe Frazier in Manila.
I mean, you and I and everyone else who supported him, you wrote speeches for him, I campaigned for him. I mean, we're implicated in this for sure.
Yes.
It's not enough to say, well, I changed my mind, or like, oh, this is bad, I'm out. It's like in very small ways, but in real ways, you and me and millions of people like us are the reason this is happening right now.
Yes.
So I do think it's like a moment to wrestle with our own consciences. You know, we'll be tormented by it for a long time. I will be. And I want to say I'm sorry for misleading people. It was not intentional. That's all I'll say. But anyway, but the question
Oh,
does
you two got us
present
now.
itself immediately. Like, what is this?
Thank you for joining
Was
us,
this
sister.
always the plan? You don't want to be a conspiracy nut, but like, clearly there were signs of low character. We knew that. Yes.
Now, I am still a firm believer that these people knew what the fuck they were voting for and what the fuck they were doing. But this is the start. If you are going to try to start fresh, condemn the shit, and make amends with what you got us into, this is the start, okay? But let me know what y'all think.
And I want to say I'm sorry for misleading people. It was not intentional.
Bullshit. Come on, not intentional. I believe, in my opinion, a more accurate statement would be that Tucker Carlson misled the public because he misunderstood the intention, because he was also possibly being misled. And I have been saying this for all 4 years that I've been on this app. Why do you give politicians a pass for bullshitting? Do you think that they're not bullshitting you as well? It feels to me like a lot of people are willing to give a bullshit pass to a politician they believe is going to address something that they want addressed.
Boy, it ain't never a dull moment here.
Everybody's like, well, at least they're talking about it. At least the conversation is going.
I hope
but
so.
may I remind you that when
to
JD Vance talked about people eating cats and dogs, he said, well, you gotta do stuff like that so people get talking about the right things. And now we've got a politician who's saying that there's a food packaging tax.
I told him about Sigmund Freud.
It's total bullshit.
Being a
I don't
dope
believe
fiend.
that bullshitting to Canadians just to get them to talk about something important is the right route. Tell me if you disagree. And also watch Tucker with his reflections.
It's not enough to say, well, I changed my mind.
Okay, thank you,
this is bad. I'm out.
Yeah.
It's like in very small ways, but in real ways, you and me and millions of people like us are the reason this is happening right now. Yes. I do think it's like a moment to wrestle with our own consciences. We'll be tormented by it for a long time. I will be.
Hey, Tucker. Hey, I just wanted to let you know that I got your apology. And, obviously you apologize for leading people astray. Obviously not people with functioning brains, but that you led them astray as a journalist. And no, you did no such thing as a journalist. A journalist has ethics and standards, and there is a process, and you did none of that. None of that. Your whole network still doesn't do any of that. You did not fail as a journalist. You failed as a human being. And you probably think that Dems, Libs, whatever, likes you now because you're so vehemently anti-Trump. And I just wanted to let you know 1000% for sure that no, we don't accept your apology. You're still in. And we're good. We're good. Thanks.
Wow. She must have
in
said
very
something.
small ways, but in real ways, you and me and millions of people like us are the reason this is happening right now. Yes. So I do think it's like a moment to wrestle with our own consciences. We'll be tormented by it for a long time. I will be. And I want to say I'm sorry for misleading people. It was not intentional. That's all I'll say. But anyway.
What am I supposed to do with this? What Tucker Carlson did over the last 10 years is the equivalent of telling millions to jump off a cliff. Anyone that has a semblance of common sense would say, don't do that. Don't do it. You'll hurt yourself. If not, lose your life. But this man, weekly on Fox News, would tell people, you'll be just fine. It's great for you. Just take that leap of faith. And millions in 2016, in 2020, and in 2024 jumped off the cliff. Some of them were fine that first time. But the second and third times, people lost their lives and broke some bones. And now, After telling them for 10 years to jump off the cliff, he comes out and says, you know what? That was a bad idea. I'm so sorry I told you all to jump off a cliff. What am I supposed to do with that, Tucker? The damage is done. You can't wash this all away by saying I'm sorry. You're going to have to do a lot of work. Work that might not, should not earn you anyone's forgiveness. Are you going to vote Democrat? Are you going to advocate for Democrats? Are you going to advocate for universal health care? Are you going to put in the work and turn over a new leaf? Or are you going to do the exact same thing you've always done? Still vote Republican, still support Republicans, or even worse, run for president, doing what he did, but you won't attack Iran, or you won't pick people off the street, but you'll maintain everything that he brought forth. They haven't learned their lesson. This is why I keep saying they can't sit with us, and why these apologies don't mean anything to me. So unless Tucker Carlson is going to turn over a new leaf and actually help us get out of the hell he put us in, shut the hell up, keep your apology, and go down with the ship. I'm over this. Give me your thoughts down below. You're not crazy.
And now all of a sudden you want me to forgive you for this situation? No, thank you, Tucker Carlson.
You and me and millions of people like us are the reason this is happening right now. Yes. So I do think it's like a moment to wrestle with our own consciences. We'll be tormented by it for a long time. I will be. And I want to say I'm sorry for misleading people. It was not intentional.
I don't believe him. He's not getting a bear hug from me. I don't think, the world's on fire and you can't just say oopsies. And the reason that I don't believe him is that, remember when Fox News parted ways with him because of a $787 million settlement over at Dominion over those voting machines? Remember that whole scandal? Well, during that litigation in 2021, he texted someone and said that he hated Trump passionately. And then 2 years later, he said, I'm voting for Trump. And then in 2024, he endorsed him for president. So now all of a sudden, 2021, you hated him. And now all of a sudden, you want me to forgive you for this situation? No, thank you, Tucker Carlson.
And that's an insult to womanhood.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that don't forgive him. I'm one of them. I don't care what Tucker says at this point. You can't take it back because the damage is done, and the damage is going to get worse with Donald Trump in office. That's why we're seeing no ending to the war.
Yeah,
this
Bird
man is incapable of sitting with allies.
Next time you get on the jail, Bird, they need to fly him straight to fucking jail.
He is always going to be indifferent to everybody. That's how Donald Trump is. That's his personality.
Yeah, got us, Navi.
So Tucker and his brother and whoever else in his family, y'all can go shove it. All of you. Because you didn't have no doubt when the election was going on. Now you want to tuck your tail and nah. So y'all, you know what this is a sign of? This is a sign of how bad judgment really, truly will be on these people. When they got to break down and confess and admit they have done wrong, the judge, they feel that guilt. That judgment is coming, and man, it's going to be harsh. It's going to be harsh. So, we're used to a demon bearing down on us because, we've been dealing with demons for 400 years. Trump is just another one of those demons. That's it.
Yeah, the orangutan.
And we're used to the Donald Trumps. We're used to dealing with them. We're used to hearing them. And we're used to the lies. We know we've been lied to this entire time. We know. We already know.
Yeah.
So y'all,
Lisa, you're right.
I'm going to go ahead and conclude. Thank you so much for being here. I may have another live a little later, so just be on the lookout for that. And don't forget to pick up your hair products. 12 Tribes on Earth, Etsy, Shopify, and TikTok Shop. Shalom, family.
And be sure to get with us here at Frontline Black News. I'm going to run it past Che. We're going to be selling some advertisement space, Brother Che.
There's a video trending around on social media regarding 3 Mexican high school.
I'm here, Shabaka. I was on mute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're going to be selling some advertisement space in the future, man.
Yeah, in the future, yes.
Okay, all right. Okay, so I'm going to call it a night, man, because I'm in too much pain. This is what happens when y'all get old, and it ain't no bullshit. Take care of yourselves while you're young, for real. You know? Okay, all right. So once again, thanks for having me on, Brother Jay. Okay. Crew is crew, okay, and what have you, you know. Goddess Navi, we thank you as well too, sister. You know what I'm saying? And the orange orangutan, the dumpster, as in human shit. And I want to make this perfectly clear. When you get on Jailbird 1, it should land right closest to the closest federal fucking jail, and they need to incarcerate your ass, you fucking crook. But the cold part about it is, dumpster, you can still be the president, except you just be off in your county beach, walking the concrete. You know what I'm saying? Because you're stupid, dump. You said it yourself. You got a lot of stupid people in politics, and your selection, election, or whatever prove the point, you know? But at least you're honest about your crooked shit. Is that a paradox, Brother Che, or a contradiction, an honest crook? Well, hell, you got Scam Brown here in Nevada. I voted for Scam Brown because Scam Brown says he's a crook. Look at his name. It speaks for himself. So I know what to expect from Scam Brown. Nothing. Okay? I just appreciated the crooked bastard's honesty. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Brother Che, so I'm going to call it a night, man. It's 2 a.m. here, man. All the liquor stores are closed in California. So I'm signing off from Sin City. Come on, 7-Eleven. Clack, clack. All right, Che, I'll give you a call later on the day, sir.
Okay, Shabaka. Have a good night.
You too. All right, take care. Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up too. Mr. Sam and it's creeping in on me too. Stop, Amaru. So appreciate y'all tapping in the season 6, episode 22, part 3, continuation of the Frontline Black News. Join us later on for part 2, continuation. In the meantime, make sure y'all like and subscribe to all our platforms. Frontline Black News on YouTube and Facebook. Revolutionary Agenda on YouTube and Facebook, and Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced on Facebook and Twitter. So peace, love, light, reparations, and separations and delineations and Black empowerment. Chan Kuma signing off from the Mile High Incoming Legal Migrant Florida City. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Peace. Shout out to everybody that tapped in. Shout out to Crew for coming through. Shout out to Goddess Nabi for coming through. And shout out to Big FAO, which is Crew. And I think Twin or Mac was in. Kahari. Appreciate Kahari for coming through. And who else is in? I think Mac started it off. Yeah. Shout out to Mac for coming through. And anybody else peeking and not speaking. So peace, love, light, revelations. All right, so we sign out. Peace.